Welcome to San Mateo here at the College of San Mateo, where the Crawdads are set to face the Menlo Park Legends. After falling to these very Legends yesterday, the Crawdads looking to get back in the win column. They're on a 2-game skid right now. Also lost to the Stompers. So Walnut Creek trying to get back where they want to be. They were in first place for just really one night after beating Sonoma, and now sit right in the middle of the CCL North. Kasey Kazliner joined alongside Charlie Limoncelli here in San Mateo on the campus of the College of San Mateo. Crawdads now in third place, 16 wins, 12 losses. Stompers now lead the league, or the division rather, with a .606 win percentage, 20 wins, 13 losses. Charlie, what do the Crawdads have to do to push themselves in a position to be more competitive?
I think it's just about having a complete game, Kasey. Yesterday, they didn't look really bad against Menlo Park. The Bats came alive. They were good. They continued to play well after a rougher showing against Alameda on Saturday. This week, entirely, the offense has been great. They scored 19 total runs in 2 games on the Stompers as they swept them earlier this week. So it's really just having everything working at the same time. The pitching was good in those two, needs to be good today as well. This weekend was a bit rough for the Crawdad bullpen, so it's, like I said, about putting together both phases.
The starter today for Menlo Park is Matt Anderson, who the Crawdads faced earlier in the season, actually only about a week and a half ago, as he went a solid 2 innings, got credited with the win. That was his season debut. A guy coming over from Maloney College, where the head coach for the Legends, Nick Sanzeri, is actually the pitching coach, so he has a lot of tools at his disposal, if you will. He can bring over from that program here to Menlo Park, and Crawdads will face the right-hander for a second time as he gets his warm-ups in right now. Crawdads with a bit of a different order. Casey Levitt-McGee not in the lineup after the injury last game as the final warm-up thrown in as we begin the top of the first inning. It'll be Cam Calvillo, Chris Esquivel, and Joey Donnelly to lead things off here in the top of the first. Cam Calvillo getting moved to the leadoff spot where he's seen time before with the Crawdads in previous seasons. On a 3-game hit streak now after the home run yesterday. 2-run home run in the bottom of the ninth to cut the game closer. It's his 4th career Crawdads home run. Currently on a 7-game on-base streak. Mentioned the 3-game hit streak. Righty on righty matchup. Anderson fires to Calvillo outside, breaking ball away. 1-0 on Cam Calvillo. Head first baseball alum himself. Played with a lot of different programs. The 1-0 pitch. Popped up, shallow right field. A long run for the right fielder Rabago, but he'll make the catch, losing his hat for the first out of the game here in the top of the first.
Not bad contact there from Calvillo. I thought that had a chance to get down, but a nice charging play from Rabago out and right.
See how the wind plays a factor. There isn't a flag out in the outfield, but a lot of trees might give us an idea. As that'll bring up Chris Esquivel, another guy who hit a home run yesterday. His first home run all year. Another righty-on-righty matchup. Crawdads with 6 righties in the lineup today as the first pitch to Esquivel, a fastball down the middle from Anderson, 0-1. That was Esquivel had his 2nd multi-hit game of the year as well. Big game for him yesterday. The 0-1, inside breaking ball. Scoots out of the way, 1-1. That game alone yesterday brought his average up 20 points and his slugging up 70 points. Has 5 RBIs in those last 4 games. Been a lot more productive, getting the nod at the top of the order. The 1-1 is outside. Breaking ball moves the catcher Robbins out of the way. 2-1 on Chris Esquivel. One of the few Crawdads still in the portal. Has red cleats to match his red jersey. The 2-1. Hit softly on the ground over toward short. Bose scoops. Takes a step toward first. Throws there for the out. And there's 2 away in the top of the first. So that'll bring up recently named CCL All-Star Joey Donnelly, who is actually hitting under 400 for the first time since game 1 of the season, but still hitting .395. Has the highest average in the CCL North. Digging in on the left side, the first lefty hitter to face Anderson. Jared met him on deck. Donnelly being named an All-Star, not the first time he's been named one. As the first offering him outside 1-0. Last year with the Saints, Donnelly hit .327. He was actually all CCL, getting the honor at the end of the year. Anderson winds and deals the 1-0. Breaking ball low in the zone. 2-0 on Donnelly, who takes a close pitch. Readjusting his light blue gloves. Donnelly just finished up at Cal nearby. Now going to Fordham. The 2-0 pitch. Fastball laced up the middle into center field for a base hit. Donnelly with the first hit of the game for the Crawdads here in the top of the first inning. It's a single with 2 outs.
Great piece of hitting from Joey Donnelly. Attacked the first pitch in the zone that he saw. Didn't need to do a whole lot with it. Didn't, make too much of a power effort. Just slapped it up the middle.
Playing on turf here, so the grass won't die down the speed of the ball necessarily, at least as much as the grass typically would. So he hit that ball hard up the middle as the right-handed hitter Jared Medham back in the lineup in the cleanup spot. Takes a ball high fastball. 1-0 on Medham, who digs in 2 outs in the top of the first. Scoreless with Donnelly over at first. Medham 0 for 2 games ago. Did not play yesterday. The 1-0 pitch. Fastball away. Anderson going back to the heater. 2 balls, no strikes. Medham was ejected midway through the game against the Merchants. Still on a 3-game on-base streak, looking for his first extra base hit of the year, and getting the start in center field today. The 2-0 pitch, Donnelly goes. The pitch called, strike, the throw, not in time. Donnelly with a nice stolen base as he slides cleanly into second. 2-1 on Medham with Donnelly now over at second here in the top of the first with 2 away.
Yeah, he took a healthy lead, does a nice job getting into scoring position. Crawdads trying to strike early in this one.
Medham hitting .261 on the year, pretty efficient after joining the team about a week late, coming over after St. Mary's fell in the regional up in Corvallis. It's a 2-1 count on Medham. Anderson a look over at second, now firing home. Pitch just outside, fastball. Not a bad location to miss, but it's 3-1 on Medham.
No, not at all. Like to attack the outer third there. When you've got 2 balls, might as well. See what he does here.
Hitters count on Medham still, 3-1. 2 away in the inning. Donnelly over at second. Anderson trying to get through this one cleanly. The 3-1 pitch is laced to center field, down for a base hit. Donnelly charging around third. He's going to come around and score, and it's an RBI single for Jared Medham. Quickly 1-0 Crawdads here in the top of the first with 2 outs.
Way to start the game for Walnut Creek. Jared Medham, a fantastic approach, just takes this one the opposite way on a line drive. That's what he's done best all season long, Kasey, is hitting singles into the outfield.
And Medham has been so efficient with runners on as well. It's now 18 RBIs for him. So that brings up the 5-hole hitter, John Ewens, another CCL All-Star with the man on first. Medham lingering over there and 2 away. As he takes 1-0 outside. Ewens, one of 7 All-Stars that the Crawdads will have represented. 4 position players. Digging out of the left side. The 1-0 pitch. In there for a strike. Fastball around the knees. 1-1. Ewens with the 3rd highest average right now in the CCL North, hitting .375, just under the mark where Donnelly's at. Medham over at first with a big lead. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. Swings over the top on a breaking ball, and it's 1-2. Crawdads with a rare lead over the Legends have not had much success really at all against Menlo Park. Haven't beat them yet. And really just had that one game that was truly exciting to the end as Medham swipes second with no throw on the 1-2. Pitch called, a ball outside, 2-2. That first game here at Menlo Park, the Legends walked it off thanks to TJ Schmalzy, who roped one to center field. Legends have won all but one matchup by 1. Medham now over at second, 2 outs in the top of the first. 2-2 on Ewens as he takes inside, fastball around the knees, 3-2. Ewens also sat out yesterday after getting hit in the face with a pitch 2 games ago. Hit right in the chin area. Luckily he's okay. Talked to him earlier, said he didn't want to break his jaw, certainly. And he's happy to be back on the field. Full count on Ewens, trying to find his pitch with Medham over at second. Here in the top of the first. The payoff pitch is laced to shallow left center. It's going to fall. Medham around third. He's going to score. And it's 2-0 Crawdads. Ewens holding up at first here in the top of the first with 2 outs.
Smart base running for Walnut Creek, and really just great small ball action. Couple of RBI singles early in this one. Similar to that Stompers game on Friday, Kasey, where the Crawdads struck first 2-0.
Make that 3 singles in a row after the first 2 batters were tired here in inning number 1. It's 2-0 for Zach Justice, the catcher, who digs in. He struggled a bit as of late, 159 average as he takes a strike, fastball around the heart of the plate. 0-1 on Justice. He's played in 12 games so far for the Crawdads, committed to San Diego State out of Oregon. Ewan's over at first, not a typical speed threat like Medham, but he goes anyway. The 0-1, it's a hit and run, hit off the glove of the pitcher Anderson, now grounded at short. Bose throws to first in time. It's a nice defensive play by the shortstop Bose, and that'll end the inning. So the Crawdads get 2 across off 3 singles. They leave 1 on. We'll go to the bottom of the first, 2-0 Walnut Creek here on the Crawdads Streaming Network. Welcome back to San Mateo. Crawdads with an early 2-0 lead as we begin the bottom of the first inning. Carson Timothy making his first career start for the Crawdads. He's been one of their best pitchers out of the pen this year. .87 ERA in 10 1/3 innings pitched, only allowing 5 hits and 1 earned run with a whip under 1 as well. He holds a 1-1 record. Like you mentioned, 6 appearances as the final warm-up gets thrown in. Timothy committed to Sacramento State after playing at UC Santa Barbara, where he only had 2 appearances this past year after redshirting in 2024. So the right-hander will face a pretty righty-heavy Legends lineup, 7 righties, 2 lefties. A team that's 4-0 against the Crawdads this year. A lot of ownage over Walnut Creek as Quincy Villa digs in first. If it hasn't been announced yet that he's been an all-star, he very likely will be one. Hitting .267 on the year, 32 stolen bags in 34 tries. Righty-on-righty matchup as Timothy looks in for the sign as the wind picks up quite a bit. First offering the bottom of the first, in there for a strike. Fastball around the knees. 0-1. Villa was huge yesterday in the 10-6 win over the Crawdads. 2 doubles, 4-game hit streak now. The 0-1 taken low. That time a changeup. 1-1. Villa has back-to-back multi-hit games and 3 doubles in his past 2. The 1-1 got him to wave late on the breaking ball in the dirt. Quickly 1-2 on Villa. Pretty big frame as well. 6'3", 200 pounds out of Marymount University. His 3rd year in summer ball. The 1-2. Timothy fires a changeup just outside. 2-2. Good take from Villa.
And not a bad miss at all from Carson Timothy, trying to attack the knees with the changeup. Just misses the location.
Timothy waves off 2 signs, now agrees. The 2-2 pitch is laced to the left side, into the glove of the shortstop. DeFazio gets up, throws to first. Not in time. It'll be an infield single for Quincy Villa, and he extends his hitting streak now to 5 games. So Villa on first in the bottom of the first with nobody out. Charlie Degler, the 2-hole, digs in. Lefty hitter, one of 2 lefties in the lineup today. Villa tying his shoe over at first. In the meantime, Degler has been another very good hitter. Another guy you could really make a case for being an all-star this year. .372 average. Is not a qualified hitter, but has still played in 19 games. Has 12 stolen bases, so second behind Villa. Villa with a big lead over at first. Wouldn't be surprised to see him go as Degler swings at the first pitch he sees, lines it to left field and down for a base hit. He gets all the way into the corner. Villa chugging around second. He gets into third standing, and Degler into second with a stand-up double. Second and third in the bottom of the first. Nobody out.
Really great piece of hitting. Degler takes it the opposite way, right on the line. Tough play for Leininger out there playing in left field today.
That's his third position in 3 games. We saw him at shortstop yesterday and third the game before. As Mitchell Birdsall, the 3-hole, digs in. Righty hitter, another tall guy. 6'3" as well. Timothy in a bit of trouble. Runners on second and third. Nobody out in the bottom of the first. 2-0 Crawdads trying to hold this lead. Birdsall playing first today as the infield runs in. First offering outside, 1-0. Curveball misses. Birdsall originally from San Jose, California, not too far from here in San Mateo. Running into the southern part of the Bay Area. Timothy takes a breath. The 1-0 is low. Fastball that time. 2 balls, no strikes on Birdsall, who started at Kansas originally in the Big 12, now in JUCO, trying to get back to a D1 program. Timothy from the stretch, the 2-0, swing and a miss. A late hack on the fastball high in the zone. 2-1 on Birdsall, nobody out. Bottom of the first inning, Crawdads got 2 runs last inning on 3 singles. Efficient start to the game, but they want to keep their lead. Corners in on the infield. The 2-1 is fouled softly to the Crawdad dugout. Count even at 2-2. Birdsall missed some time for the Legends. Did not play in between June 20th and July 1st, but he's back and better than ever. Hitting .273 on the year. 6 doubles on the year as well. A lot of extra base hits. The 2-2 is hit the other way out to right field. This one's going to drop in shallow right. Villa scores. Here comes Degler. He's going to score, and it's a game-tying RBI single in the bottom of the first for Mitchell Birdsall. It's 2-2 with still nobody out, and now Birdsall over at first.
Legends continuing to hit really well off of Timothy early in this one. They're not doing too much. It's just singles other than Degler, who just lined one on the foul territory side.
Those were RBIs number 10 and 11 for Birdsall, as that brings up James Bose, the righty hitter. Timothy at the belt, trying to get a first out, as the first offering is in the dirt. Breaking ball, 1-0. Birdsall with a medium lead over at first base. Bose currently in the portal out of Loyola Marymount in LA. Had a good year last year. The 1-0. Hit sharply on the ground up the middle. It's going to get through for a base hit. Past the outstretched glove of Esquivel as Birdsall's tailing around second. He's going to get into third sliding. It's now runners on the corners with nobody out in the bottom of the first. Man, Carson Timothy still running into trouble here early.
Yeah, tough one there on the ground ball. I thought DeFazio might have had a chance at it, but looks like he passed up, left it for Esquivel, went to cover second base, but Esquivel ultimately wasn't able to get there either.
Timothy coming into this game at a .87 whip, and now he's allowed 4 base runners to start this game and 2 runs. As Austin Rabago, the lefty hitter, the second lefty in the lineup, digs in. Runners on the corners, nobody out. Swing and a miss on the first offering from Timothy out in front of the breaking ball, 1-0. Rabago playing at Hendrix College on an 8-game hitting streak right now for the Legends. Has had 2 home runs over that span. Increasing his average way up since that span. The 0-1, another swing and a miss. Fooled him again on the outside breaking ball. Quickly 0-2. Timothy trying to either get the punch out or get a ground ball to turn 2 here.
Nice low way change up there with some arm side run. Good deception too.
0-2 on Rabago. He's at .295 this year. The 0-2 pitch, runner tries to go to second. Justice throws. Not in time. Ball pops out of the glove of the shortstop DeFazio. So it's a stolen base for Bose, and now the double play possibility goes away. In the meantime, Rabago strikes out though, so Timothy gets out number 1.
Throw was in time from Justice, but pulled DeFazio slightly off the bag, and it fell out of the shortstop's glove. Tough break there for the Crawdads. That would have been huge.
So Bose over at second, Birdsall on third. Calzamatis now at the plate with 1 out in the bottom of the first. The first offering to Zamatis. Call the ball inside, 1-0. Zamatis, a new addition to the Legends roster, only playing in his 4th game this summer. Timothy takes a breath, fires the 1-0. Fastball in there for a strike, 1-1 around the knees. Legends just continuing to show the Crawdads they won't go away. It's been this way all year. The Crawdads take an early lead. Legends say, hold up for a minute. The 1-1, change up just a little bit outside. 2-1. Zemaitis keeps the bat on his shoulder. Out of Archbishop Midi High School, big powerhouse in San Jose, playing at now University of the Pacific up in Stockton. The 2-1, breaking ball, swing and a miss, hard of the plate. 2-2 on Zemaitis, 5'11", 195 pounds. Small sample size so far, but he's hitting .333 with the Legends this year, including 1 home run. Only has 9 at-bats. The 2-2, hit on the ground over toward first. Ewens picks it up, and he's going to catch the runner Birdsall in between third and home. He's going to throw over to Calvillo, and it's a pickle. Back to Justice at the plate, still chasing down Birdsall, who's going to get back to third. Now there's 2 runners on third, and they'll tag out the lead runner, Birdsall. In the meantime, though, Zemaitis gets to second base on the fielder's choice. So now runners, same situation, runners on second and third, but now 2 outs.
Heads up play for Walnut Creek to save the leading runner. Great defense from John Ewens, goes charging in, and obviously the throw to Calvillo. Good stuff.
Now the 7th batter of the inning coming up. Will Robbins didn't start yesterday, came in as a pinch runner, as Zach Justice and the home plate umpire, Kate Hart, talking things over on that last play. It seemed to confuse some people. So now Robbins digs in, rising sophomore at Princeton, hitting .250 this year with the Legends. Came in as a pinch runner, went 0 for 1. Timothy at the belt from the stretch. The first offering to him, a fastball low in the zone, 1-0. 2-2 ball game, bottom of the first, 2 outs. Runners on second and third for the Legends. They're still threatening, trying to take the lead here early after giving up 2 in the top part of the frame. Timothy's 1-0 pitch. Fastball low and away, taken for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes on Robbins. Last year with Princeton, hit .250. In only 12 games. As a freshman, not too bad. Bose at third, Zemaitis at second. The 2-0 pitch from Timothy. Fastball just a bit high. Quickly 3-0 on Robbins. Trying to get aboard via the walk. He's wearing that signature Legends arm sleeve that we found out was given to Legends camp counselors. Have a Legends baseball camp. The 3-0 pitch. Low breaking ball taken for ball 4. So it's a 4-pitch walk. Will Robbins is aboard, and that brings up Blake Cohens with the bases juiced and 2 outs in the bottom of the first.
Tough at-bat for Timothy. I thought he was pinpointing the strike zone there. Obviously, home plate umpire Kate Hart disagrees. All of them were balls.
That brings up Cohens, playing in the DH today, caught yesterday. Singled yesterday and scored a run, also got on base via the walk, hitting .245 on the year. Now up with the bases loaded, righty on righty matchup. 2 outs in the bottom of the first, and a 2-2 ball game. Timothy from the stretch, the first offering fouled straight back to us. Softly. 0-1 on Cohens. Plays at UIC up in Chicago. Previously played at Skyline College, teammate of Trey Johnson of the Crawdads, who's not in the lineup today. Was a BACL Summer League All-Star last year. It's a good season. The 0-1, hit high up in the air, medium right field. It's going to be Donnelly to chase over to his right and make the catch, and finally the side is retired. So the Crawdads give up 2. Game's now tied again. It's 2-2. We'll go to the top of the second inning. Crawdads trying to retake the lead here in Menlo Park. Welcome back to San Mateo as we begin the top of the second inning. Crawdads and Legends all tied up at 2. Walnut Creek scored twice in the first inning and allowed 2 innings from the Legends in the home half of the frame. It'll be 7-8-9 for the Crawdads against the right-hander Matt Anderson, who allowed 3 hits in the first. Of course, both those runs. Leininger hitting out the left side, one of the 3 lefties in the order today for Brant Cummings and the Crawdads. Leininger just named an all-star as well, one of the 4 on the position player side as he takes a strike, breaking ball outside corner, 0-1. Leininger's push for the all-star bid really came this week. Hit .460 these past 7 days. The 0-1, taken inside, 1-1. Another breaking ball from Anderson. Leininger overall hitting .247, so about average, but again, this past few weeks, he's really improved, moving up in the order. The 1-1, hit high up in the air, pop fly into shallow center. Degler chases, loses his hat, and makes the catch for out number 1 in the top of the second inning. So Leininger's retired. Crawdads in the first had the first 2 batters retired before 3 straight singles. So they can get a 2-out rally going if they need to. Brady Wilson digs in, playing DH today. Digging out of the right side with his stirrups pulled high. Righty on righty. The first offering from Anderson. Fastball high, 1-0. Wilson, a two-way guy for the Crawdads. Out of Sacramento City College. Average in the mid-200s right now. Wants to raise that up. The 1-0. Breaking ball outside. Hitters count. 2-0 on Wilson. From Sacramento originally, so a bit of a drive from here. Committed to Pacific, where a lot of Crawdads have spent time. The 2-0. Laced to the left side, into the glove of the shortstop. Bose on the backhand. Throw to first in time. That's a D1 play from Bose over at shortstop.
Absolutely. I mean, that was a well-hit ball from Brady Wilson. Bose sliding in with the backhand snag. I mean, you don't see that often here in the CCL. Really not often even in Major League Baseball.
So with 2 outs after the remarkable play, that brings up Nico DeFazio here in the top of the second. He's the 9-hole guy, hitting righty. Rising redshirt junior at Houston Christian. First offering him, looping curveball in there for a strike around the knees, 0-1. Committed to Houston Christian in late June. He's played D1 before at Pacific. Just another Crawdad to spend time there. The 0-1, fastball in there for a strike. Quickly 0-2 on DeFazio. In his 4th year in summer ball, second with the Crawdads. Hasn't played much for the Crawdads, but hitting .261. Has 6 hits in the 7 games he's played this year. The 0-2, half swing, foul to the right side. DeFazio quickly stays alive.
Had to protect there, and a nice job doing so. Really good frame job from Robbins behind the dish to get the first strike called.
DeFazio in his 4th year of summer ball, like I said, but 3rd summer ball team. Played in Florida, Rochester, and Walnut Creek. The 0-2, hit softly the left side of the infield. Zemaitis charging in from 3rd, bobbles it, and won't make a throw. It's going to be an E5 on Zemaitis and a 2-out base runner for the Crawdads here in the top of the second inning as DeFazio reaches.
Interesting decision there from Zemaitis to take a ball that was clearly Bose's, and obviously it cost the Legends. We'll see how they'll react to that one after this.
Lineup flips over to Cam Calvillo. Hit leadoff in the top of the first. Flew out to right, so he's 0-for-1 today. Throw back to first over at DeFazio. He slides back in. DeFazio yet to steal a bag this year, yet to try either. He has a big lead over at first. And on first, top of the second, 2 outs. Righty on righty matchup. Anderson fires a fastball in there for a strike. Inner corner as Calvillo shakes it off. 0-1. Calvillo hitting .255 on the year, has really picked up his production as of late. Had a multi-hit game against the Stompers this past week as well. Wanted to earn some more playing time as Anderson steps off the rubber, resets himself. Calvillo turned 22 years old on his season debut back on June 17th. He's rewarded with a hit that game. Anderson waits, the runner goes, the 0-1. Hit on the ground, over to 3rd. Zemaitis picks it up, checks on 2nd, but he's going to throw to 1st in time to retire the side. Crawdads get a runner on via the error. No runs across. We'll go to the bottom of the second inning. 2-2, Crawdads and the Legends. Welcome back to the home of the Menlo Park Legends here in San Mateo. Crawdads and the Legends tied at 2 as we begin the home half of the second inning. It'll be 9-1-2 due up for San Mateo's baseball team. The Filter via Degler. Filter up for the first time, righty hitter from Santa Clara. From there originally, playing ball there over for the Broncos. Won the WCC tournament a couple years ago. Righty on righty matchup. Timothy still on the hill for his second inning of work. First offering from the windup is popped up right side in foul territory. Ewan's chasing toward the bullpen. He's not going to get there. It'll be strike one on Filter, 0-1. His father, Rusty, the head coach for Santa Clara Broncos in baseball. Very historic career. He's been coaching since 1991 over at San Diego State. Played for the Aztecs in the 80s. Currently at Santa Clara after coaching as well at Stanford, San Diego State for 2 different stints. Has 152 career wins as a head coach. It's 0-1 on his son, Deuce Filter. Here in the bottom of the second inning, swing and a miss, high fastball. Quickly 0-2 on Deuce. Hitting just under the Mendoza line, 194. Had his first hit in 3 games yesterday, which raised his average 20 full points. The 0-2, breaking ball low and in the zone. Low and out of the zone, excuse me. 1-2, Filter takes. Certainly a lot of wisdom coming from his father. Guy who's been around baseball for such a long time. From Alameda originally. Swing and a miss on the 1-2. And Timothy gets up his second strikeout of the day, setting down Filter. And there's one out in the bottom of the second.
Another nice elevated fastball from Carson Timothy. Filter, a guy who likes to chase, his 14th strikeout of the season. Good job by Timothy recognizing that tendency, going up and in.
So that brings up Quincy Villa, who singled and scored back in the first, one of the 2 runs the Legends have been able to plate. Righty hitter against Timothy, laced one to the left side earlier in the game. First offering outside, gets all the way to the backstop on the breaking ball, 1-0. Villa, one of the fastest players in this league. We mentioned the stolen base total, above 30 now. Had stolen base yesterday, is actually on a 6-game stolen base streak. The 1-0, taken inside, 2-0. We saw him in motion earlier in the game when he got on base, but didn't have a chance to steal as the guy after him, Degler, laced a double in the left. 2-0, nearly hits him inside as he has to duck. Hitters count 3-0 on the breaking ball. Timothy takes a big breath. From the windup, he kicks and deals the 3-0. It's a high fastball. Ball 4. Villa on for the second time. He walks over to first base, and that'll bring up Charlie Degler, who doubled and scored earlier. So 1 out in the bottom of the second inning. Villa over at first. Timothy now in the stretch, and keep an eye on this action you could see from Zach Justice and Villa. Zach Justice, one of the better defensive catchers in this league in terms of an arm. Villa, of course, the best base stealer we've seen. We're going to have a battle as Timothy throws over to first. Villa back in head first. Degler earlier mentioned that double. He hit down the left field line, scored in a run. Villa goes, the pitch, called a ball, the throw to second. Got him! Justice served at second as Zach guns down the best base stealer in the league. And what a throw.
Whew. Zach Justice, look at that throw from that young man behind the dish. That was impeccable.
So Timothy gets a gift. Base is empty. 2 outs. 1-0 count. Taken outside. Excuse me, 1-1. The pitch was actually called a strike on Justice's throw to Degler, who doesn't have a chance to move a runner now, as he hits one softly over to the right side. The first baseman, Ewens, picks it up on the ground, flips to Timothy in time, and the side is retired. So Timothy walks one, but he only faces 3 batters. We'll go to the top of the third inning. Crawdads and Legends tied at 2.
2-1.
Good game so far here in San Mateo. Crawdads and the Legends tied up at 2 as we begin the top of the third. Each team tallied 2 runs in the first inning in their respective halves of it, but nothing in the second as Matt Anderson stays on the hill. Right-hander facing 2-3-4 at a minimum for the Crawdads. Chris Esquivel digs in. He grounded out to short in the top of the first inning. Righty-on-righty matchup. Esquivel with his first big fly of the season yesterday. First offering to him, breaking ball just outside, 1-0. Esquivel in his third summer ball season, all with different teams. This one closer to his university, St. Mary's. The 1-0, breaking ball way outside. Catcher Robbins has to lunge for it. 2-0 on Esquivel as he takes. He's had a pretty good eye this year for the Crawdads. Strikeouts have been an issue, but walking 12 times. From the windup, Anderson kicks and fires the 2-0. Fastball right down Main Street, taken for a strike, 2-1. Home run yesterday was out to deep left center field into the green trees behind Monte Vista's fence. The 2-1, swing and a miss. Waves at the low changeup. He nods out of respect. That was a good pitch, he says. 2-2 on Esquivel. Hitting .224 on the year, getting moved up in the lineup today. The 2-2, breaking ball, got him looking. Fools Esquivel down the middle. So he shakes that one off, and there's one out in the top of the third.
Was some filthy breaking stuff from Matthew Anderson. Looks pretty good right now, kind of cruising after the first inning.
Yeah, gave up those 3 hits in the first inning, but nothing else. That brings up Joey Donnelly, who had one of those singles back in the first inning. Also stole second base and scored one of the 2 Crawdad runs. Lefty hitter on the righty pitcher Anderson. The first offering is hit to the right side. It'll get into the glove of Filter, who scoops, throws to first base in time for out number 2 in the top of the third.
I like the approach from Donnelly. Like usual, he's out aggressive early in the count. This one just really soft ground ball over Filter. Had a chance to squeak through the gap, but just a little far to the left.
Jared Menham will dig in, the cleanup guy, trying to avenge this inning. He's 1 for 1. Busy day so far. Single, stolen base, RBI, and a run scored. So he takes a breaking ball in there for a strike, 0-1. Anderson using that off-speed pitch a lot early in counts to get that first strike. So he nods to the sign. Now the 0-1 from the windup. Swing and a miss, a late one from Medham as he swings way outside. Quickly 0-2 on Jared. Hit a hard hit ball to the left side earlier in this ball game. Crawdads eventually would take a 2-0 lead. The 0-2, ring him up. Breaking ball low in the zone. And the side is retired in order. 2 Ks out of the 3 batters faced for Anderson. He gets 2 of them looking. We'll go to the bottom of the third inning. Still 2-2 between the Legends and Walnut Creek Crawdads. Welcome back to San Mateo at the College of San Mateo. Crawdads and the Legends tied up at 2 as we begin the bottom of the third inning. Carson Timothy, the starter for the Crawdads, right-hander, still on the hill. He's given up 2 runs so far, but didn't give up anything last inning. Birdsall, Bose, and Rabago will hit this inning, 3-4-5. Birdsall singled and drove in 2 runs in the first. Only 2 runs the Legends have to this point. Righty on righty matchup as Timothy winds and fires a strike. Swing and a miss from Birdsall on the breaking ball in the zone. 0-1 on him. Turned 21 years old in January out of San Jose. The 0-1. Breaking ball bounces behind home plate for a ball. 1-1. Birdsall homered 2 games ago. He's been hitting really well as of late. Hits in 7 of the last 10 games. The 1-1 floats outside. Breaking ball again. 2-1 from Timothy. He's making his first start of the year for Walnut Creek. Team that has had their depth depleted a bit with injuries. 2-1 in the dirt. 3-1. Maybe not so much on the pitching side, but we've seen a lot of injuries and players leave on the position player side, but still pitching depth, something they want. The 3-1, fastball check swing, and he goes around. Pitch was in the zone anyways, rather, so a full count on Birdsall. Now needing to protect. Timothy at the belt. Now kicks and deals the 3-2. And it's outside off the glove of Justice for ball 4. A leadoff walk for Birdsall, who's on for the second time to lead off the bottom of the 3rd.
A disciplined approach there from Birdsall forces Timothy to try and make some good pitches, which he does, but not quite enough.
So it's a man on first that brings up James Bose. Singled and made it to 3rd back in the 1st inning. He also stole second base on Zach Justice as, hold on a minute, we'll have pitching coach Dustin Cheney attending to Carson Timothy on the hill. Now trying to find his approach with a man on first. Zach Justice, the catcher, also joins him there. What do you think they're talking about right now?
It's hard to tell, Casey. Probably some combination between mechanics and composure here at this point, but you're just trying to settle Timothy down, try to get to attacking hitters in this Menlo Park order, which is, you know, as we've seen in all 4 games between these 2 teams, dangerous, very dangerous.
Next 3 hitters, righty, lefty, righty, starting with Bose. Mentioned the single he had earlier in the game. That one was hit the other way out to right. That bounced just in front of the right fielder, Joey Donnelly. So it's a runner on first, bottom of the 3rd, no outs in this tied ball game, 2-2. Timothy comes set at the belt with his blue cleats. The first offering outside, breaking ball. Caught on the backhand by Justice. 1-0 on Bose. Rabago's next on deck with a pretty short lead over at first for Mitchell Birdsall. The 1-0, fastball in there for a strike, 1-1. And I'm sure these base runners for the Legends know that if Zach Justice can throw out Quincy Villa, he can certainly throw out anybody. So they'll be on their watch. The 1-1 from Timothy. Bounces in the dirt, blocked by Justice. Called a ball. 2-1. Airplane flying out in the distance. Into the San Jose airport, likely.
And we'll see a number of those, actually, the way that's going, probably to SFO.
You're not wrong there. You'll have both directions, likely. Timothy at the belt, the 2-1 pitch. Hit on the ground sharply to 3rd. Calvillo picks it up, tosses to 2nd for 1, and Esquivel loses it on the transfer, the umpire says. So it's a fielder's choice. It was a tailor-made double play to 3rd. But instead, 1 out instead of 2 in the bottom of the 3rd.
Yeah, a bit of a tough break for Esquivel, but he'll definitely take getting 1, the leading runner, Birdsall, who does have some significant speed on the paths.
So instead of a 5-4-3 double play, it's a 5-4 fielder's choice. As Bose is over at first, Rabago at the plate, hitting lefty. Struck out back in the 1st inning. First offering hit over to second base. Esquivel picks it up, taps 2nd to 1, over to 1st in time. There's the double play they wanted as we'll head to the top of the 4th inning. Crawdads don't allow anything in the bottom of the 3rd. Carson Timothy getting out of the jam, and it's still 2-2 here on the Crawdads Streaming Network. 2-2 between the Crawdads and the Legends. Matt Anderson still on the hill to start the top of the 4th inning here in San Mateo. Crawdads, middle of the order coming up. John Ewens, Justice, and Leininger will hit. 5, 6, 7 in this inning. Ewens 1 for 1, RBI single back in the first that drove in the Crawdads' second run to take a 2-0 lead, but then they gave up the lead. Now it's 2-2. First offering hit hard on the ground over to first. Birdsall picks it up. He'll slowly run to the bag and get the out for out number 1 at the top of the 4th.
Good hitting from Ewens, unfortunately, just bad location, so to speak. Hard hit like he always does, but tough break.
So 3 unassisted to start the top of the 4th. As Zach Justice digs in, had the great throw defensively to nab Villa, trying to swipe second. A runner that the Crawdads may look back on and say, I could have saved them the game because Villa has that speed, can steal second and third. Righty on righty matchup as dishes a strike. Fastball from Anderson, outside corner, 0-1. Justice 0 for 1, grounded out to short earlier in the game, keeping that left side busy. Second offering in there for a strike, another fastball hard of the plate. 0-2 as Justice says something to himself. Now digging back in with this 0-2 count, 1 out in the inning. Ring him up on the 0-2. 3 straight pitches, similar location, and that's now 3 strikeouts in the game for Anderson.
Yeah, nice breaking stuff for Matt Anderson, and that's all I'll say.
So 2 outs in the top of the 4th. Bases empty for Riley Leininger. I mentioned just named an all-star to the CCL. Had 2 hits yesterday. Got on base 3 times. Lefty hitter against the righty Anderson. The first pitch skied out to shallow right field, and a shoestring catch attempt from Robago. It's going to drop, and it's going to be a single for Riley Leininger. That's how hits in back-to-back games for the Crawdads utility man. He's on first with 2 outs here in the top of the 4th.
Leininger continues to be red hot of late. Casey, like we mentioned, hitting 460 on the entire week. Well, adding to this one, get closer to 500 now in 2 at-bats.
So Brady Wilson digs in with 2 outs. A little bit snake-bitten earlier. Hit one really hard on the ground over to short. It was a nice backhand play from Bose to nab him at first. Leininger medium lead at first. Anderson from the stretch fires a fastball in there for a strike. Around the belt. 0-1. Yeah, and you mentioned Leininger has really picked things up as of late. A guy that earlier in the year wasn't finding base hits a lot, was getting the walks, but now those hits starting to trickle in. The 0-1, fouled straight back, just gets a cut of the fastball high in the zone. 0-2 on Brady Wilson, the 2-way guy. See him pitch a lot on Fridays. Guy who doesn't hit all the time, but he's penciled in to the bottom of the order today out of the 8th spot. Wilson hitting 190 on the year. Leininger over at first. The 0-2. Pitch inside. Fastball makes him turn out of the way. 1-2. 2 outs in the top of the 4th. The wind is blowing a little bit out. Seen a lot of hard hit balls already, but also some good defensive plays in the infield for both teams. The ready from Anderson, and the 1-2 slapped down the left field line foul. Do 1-2 again.
Excuse me, good protect swing from from Brady Wilson there. Does a nice job protecting the inner half of the plate on that fastball.
Wilson committed to Pacific last November. He's very vocal, even when he's not playing in games. In the dugout, gets the team going. The 1-2 from Anderson, swing and a miss. Got Wilson to go on the pitch outside, and that'll end the inning. 2 strikeouts in the inning, 4 total for Anderson. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th, 2-2 ball game between the Legends and the Crawdads. Still a 2-2 ball game. Saw a lot of action in the first inning, but only 4 total runs as we enter the bottom of the 4th inning. Calzamatis, Will Robbins, and Blake Cohens to hit in this inning for the Legends. Here in the bottom of the 4th, Zemaitis digs in, reached on a fielder's choice, actually got to second on the fielder's choice back in the first inning. First offering from Timothy in there for a strike, looping breaking ball around the knees. 0-1. Righty on righty matchup as Timothy enters his 4th inning of work, only giving up 2 earned runs so far. It hasn't allowed a hit since the first. The 0-1 hits sharply on the ground over on the left side. It'll go foul as Calvillo grounds it in foul territory. 0-2. Zemaitis mentioned a guy who probably didn't expect to be in this position a few weeks ago because he's a new addition to the Legends roster, hitting now in the heart of the order. The 0-2 bounces in front of home plate on the breaking ball. Timothy jumps in frustration. 1-2. Timothy, a guy who started out at UCSB with Crawdad teammate Peter Storjahan and Raymond Olivas. 2 of those 3 guys transferring. The 1-2 outside. Breaking ball in the opposite batter's box. 2-2 here in this 2-2 ball game. Question now is which team will open things up? The 2-2. Hit sharply on the ground over toward second base. Esquivel gloves, throws to first in time for the first out of the bottom of the 4th.
Timothy continued to work into soft contact and strikeouts. Ever since the first inning, Casey, he's looked really good. He's got his confidence back, is pitching really well out there.
Yeah, ever since the first inning, he's only allowed 2 walks, one of which was Quincy Villa, who got gunned down at second, and then a fielder's choice. So a lot of good stuff so far from Carson Timothy. As that'll bring up Will Robbins, the catcher, hitting out of the right side. He was one of those walks earlier in the game. It's his only plate appearance. First offering taken high, 1-0 on the breaking ball from Timothy. He's mixed in the breaking ball a lot these past few innings as well.
Yeah, he has, and it's been really effective so far.
The 1-0. Fastball taken just high, quickly 2-0 with 1 out in the bottom of the 4th. Robbins did not start yesterday. It was Cohen's behind the dish, so he gets a turn today. His multicolored arm sleeve. The 2-0, fouled straight back to the screen. 2-1 on Will Robbins. One of 7 righty hitters in the Legends order today. They wear green and gold. Crawdads in red and black. The 2-1, fouled straight back again. Count even at 2-2. Timothy that time going to the fastball. Robbins didn't have a truly outstanding performance yesterday as a pinch runner, but 2 games ago he had a double in 2 tries. The 2-2, laced to the left side on the ground. Thankfully in play for DeFazio, he picks it up, throws to first in time for out number 2. So back-to-back ground outs here in the bottom of the 4th. There's 2 outs. And in fact, there's actually been 4 straight balls hit on the ground in the infield, dating back to the 3rd inning for the Legends. So Timothy's done a good job of inducing that weak ground ball contact. Hasn't been technically 4 straight ground ball putouts because of the fielder's choice. As that brings up Blake Cohens, the DH. Righty hitter digs in and takes a strike. Breaking ball at the knees. 0-1. He flied out to right back in the first inning. So he's up for the 2nd time. Trying to spark a 2-out rally. The 0-1. Fastball taken low. Not a bad frame job from Justice. It's 1-1 regardless.
Yeah, good location there from Timothy. That's been called strike a couple times. Might as well attack the lower part of the zone today.
1-1 from the windup. Timothy delivers. Breaking ball drapes in for a strike. 1-2 after the big loop on that breaking ball that had a lot of drop on it.
Yeah, beautiful curveball from Timothy. Love to see that again here.
Looking for the punch out. The 1-2 pitch. Curveball low in the zone. 2-2. Timothy so far today 2 strikeouts. Had his most recent one in the 2nd inning. Been a pretty good pitching matchup so far, especially if you erase that first inning. The 2-2. High fastball, check swing, the appeal to first. He didn't go. Half swing from Cohens, just held the bat up. Count runs full on him with 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th. 2-2 ball game here in San Mateo. Started out pretty hot when we got here, but now it's cooled down. A lot of shade coming in on the left side. Wind still picking up a little bit. Timothy winds and fires the 3-2 pitch. It bounces on home plate. So a good battle between Cohens and Timothy, but Cohens ultimately wins it. He takes first on the walk with 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th.
I like the sequencing there from Timothy. Lots of low breaking balls in the zone, tried to get a punch out on that elevated fastball and then missed low in the zone again on that payoff. But overall, he still looks good.
So 2-out walk for Cohens. That brings up the 9-hole hitter, Deuce Filter, hitting out of the right side. He's 0 for 1. Was one of those 2 strikeout victims. First offering to him, hit softly foul off his foot. The 0-1 on Filter. Timothy picks up the baseball that ultimately lands in front of his mound. Talked about Filter's baseball lineage. Going back to his father, he's had a pretty successful run at Santa Clara and now coaching his son there. So definitely a dynamic you don't always see. The 0-1, half swing from him, the appeal over to third. Said he did in fact go. Filter can't hold up on the pitch low in the zone. 0-2. Cohen's over at first. He's not stolen a base this year, so Timothy likely not having to worry about him. The 0-2, another half swing. Did he go? Yes, sir. Strikes out Deuce Filter on 3 pitches. That's 3 Ks for Carson Timothy. We'll go to the top of the 5th. Crawdads and the Legends all knotted up at 2. Set for the top of the 5th inning. Crawdads and Legends all tied up at 2 as we begin the new frame. 9-1-2 due up for the Crawdads. They scored twice back in the first. Haven't had much since. Only 2 base hits since that very first inning. Nico DeFazio has one of those hits. A single back in the 2nd inning. He was stranded over there, though. So he digs in. Righty-on-righty matchup against Matt Anderson, who's done a great job so far this game. Righty deals, hit on the ground sharply over to short. Bo scoops, throws to first in time. And that's the first out of the top of the 5th.
That's what Anderson has been so good at, Casey, is inducing these ground balls where his infielders have done a really spectacular job. Just a questionable one, DeFazio's first hit of the day over at third base.
Yeah, very similar outing so far for Anderson and Timothy. Both allowed 2 runs in the first. Both have had good defense behind them. Obviously, Anderson has more Ks. He has 4 right now, but still. As Calvillo digs in, the leadoff hitter takes the ball outside 1-0. He's 0 for 2 so far. Flied out and grounded out. Of course, homered yesterday, getting the nod at the leadoff position today. The 1-0 pitch. Fastball taken outside. Opposite batter's box, in fact. Calvillo doesn't bite, so it's 2-0 with 1 out in the top of the 5th. Either team giving in. All tied up at 2 here in the middle of this game. The 2-0. High and tight fastball that time. 3-0 on Calvillo, who would love to get on. He's on a 7-game on-base streak. Wouldn't mind extending that to 8. Anderson stepping off, now back on the first base side of the rubber. He winds and deals the 3-0. And another high and tight fastball. That one upstairs. It's a 4-pitch walk to Cam Calvillo. And he's on in the 5th inning with only 1 out.
Yeah, lots of fastballs there in that at-bat for Anderson, and that's kind of been the struggle with him all day. Hasn't been able to locate the heater. Breaking stuff has been fantastic. Much like Carson Timothy, both guys relying on the curveball and the slider.
That's only the first walk of the game for Anderson. surprising as that sounds. As that brings up Chris Esquivel, the righty hitter. Swings and misses at the first pitch he sees. High fastball, 0-1. Esquivel, one of the 4 strikeout victims. He struck out in the third, also grounded out to short. So he's 0 for 2. Calvillo over at first. Anderson back in the stretch. Comes set at the chest, nodding to the sign, the 0-1. And it's hit hard to the right side into the outfield for a base hit. Drops right in front of Rabago as Calvillo stops at second. As Chris Esquivel nestles one right in front of Rabago in the green grass.
Really great piece of hitting from Chris Esquivel. Takes it the other way and capitalizes on a little bit of spin on it. Gets slightly on top of it. Good stuff.
Crawdads in business here in the top of the 5th inning. Only 1 out for Joey Donnelly, their best hitter. He digs in on the left side. He's 1 for 2. Grounded out. Also singled back in the first and scored. Stealing second base in the process. Calvillo at second, Esquivel at first. 1 out in the top of the 5th. Anderson in the stretch. Facing off against Donnelly for the 3rd time. First pitch, low breaking ball, 1-0. Around the laces. Donnelly pleased to be a CCL All-Star when those were announced pretty much just a few hours ago coming into this game. Highest average in the CCL North will get you there, so he'll head down to Compton this upcoming week. The 1-0, Anderson checks on second as Donnelly skies one out to deep center field. It's in the ballpark for Degler. Camps under it, makes the catch. Calvillo tagging. He'll get into third base as Esquivel stays at first. So it'll be runners on the corners, top of the 5th with 2 outs.
A good swing from Donnelly, a productive out. Ultimately moves the runner over, and it kind of still talking about him a little bit. Very fortunate that we were able to break the news to Donnelly that he was an all-star selection earlier today.
Yeah, always good to see their reactions. These players, a lot of them haven't been all-stars before necessarily in any league. As Jared Medham digs in for the 3rd time. He also singled back in the first, stole a base, had an RBI as well. Runners on the corners for Medham. As the runner goes to second, Esquivel trying to steal the throw. Not in time. Esquivel chugged down the baseline, and he gets into second with the steal.
Really nice stolen bag for Chris Esquivel, who hasn't had a ton of them this season, Casey. That one just his 4th. Really showcasing the wheels, which you know he has.
Pitch was called a ball, so it's 1-0 on Medham. Runners on second and third. He's trying to pick up more RBIs. Already has 1 today. Anderson coming, set. Now looks in. The 1-0 pitch to Medham. And that one clips his back. So a hit by pitch for Jared Medham. He's on base for the 2nd time today, and that loads the bases for John Ewens with 2 outs in the top of the 5th.
Tough guy to have up with the bases juice. John Ewens, a deadly hitter in the 5-hole. Anderson has to be careful.
Certainly, especially at this point in the game where Anderson's leash is going to be a lot shorter than it was earlier in the game. Pitch count driving up a bit. There isn't any action right now in the Legends bullpen, but likely could see some there in the meantime. Medham over at first. Esquivel on second. Calvillo on third. Only one hit so far in the inning for the Crawdads, but they've taken advantage of the free pass. Lefty hitter Ewens digs in. He's 1 for 2 with a single and a ground out. Anderson fires from the stretch as it's hit off the foot of Ewens. Foul ball, 0-1. Ewens hit in the face with a pitch a couple of games ago. Glad for him to be back in the lineup, and he's a guy that Crawdads certainly need in this lineup.
Absolutely.
Hitting .375 on the year.
And not a guy that needs to showcase the power, Casey. He's got 30 hits on the year, most of them just singles. Shaking this one off. That's all you need here to score at least 1.
Tied for the home run lead with 2. The leader in the league, Brady Shannon, up to 5 now. 0-1 on Ewens. Slow stretch windup for Anderson is foul to the right side on the ground. Quickly 0-2 on Ewens. Will have to protect. Anderson, on the other hand, trying to get out of the jam.
Looks like that foot's still bothering Ewens after he fouled it off. Have to monitor that here. Might be tougher for him to, kick out that front leg and get a stable drive.
Yeah, hit pretty hard off his own foot on that first pitch from Anderson. Who now looks in for the sign again. Towing the first base side of the rubber. Ewens scaling the middle of the batter's box. Umpire calls time at the plate. So it looked like actually Anderson initially the one to call time. So he steps off. Now he's back on. Ewens' OPS over 1,000. The 0-2, fouled slowly to the right side, stays alive, 0-2 again.
Big spot needed to protect there, and he does. Crawdads would love to get some runs across here.
Bases loaded, top of the fifth, 0-2 on Ewens, 2 outs. 2-2 ball game. Crawdads had a lot of runners back in the first, were able to capitalize a bit, but quickly gave up the lead in the bottom half of the first. Anderson from the stretch, the 0-2, swing and a miss. A big K from Anderson sits down Ewens, and the Crawdads leave the bases loaded. We'll go to the bottom of the fifth inning. Crawdads trying to play some defense, and the Legends trying to break this one open here on the Crawdads streaming network.
Welcome to the the bottom of the fifth here on the Crawdads streaming network. Walnut Creek and the Menlo Park Legends tied at 2 apiece. Lineup turns over. Quincy Villa, Charlie Degler, Mitchell Birdsall up to bat against the new pitcher for Walnut Creek, Peter Stoyahan. Stoyahan relieves Carson Timothy, his former UC Santa Barbara teammate. Timothy now a Sac State commit. Stoyahan heading to UC Davis. Stoyahan on the season, now his 9th appearance, 0.67 ERA. First offering to the righty via fastball called strike at the knees. 0-1. Stoyahan pitched against the Legends last Tuesday right here in San Mateo. 3 spotless innings, just 2 walks allowed, 4 Ks. Breaking ball at the knees on the 0-1, strike 2. Via, a guy who's been on base twice today. Very productive leadoff man for Menlo Park. Single in the first, walked in the second, was later caught stealing. The 0-2 from Stoyahan, ripped into center field, met him back, puts it away. Big fly out. First out of the day for Peter Stoyahan, needed that one.
Yeah, even Villa's outs are loud. I mean, hit that ball hard, and Medham is such a good ball tracker, whether it be at shortstop or now the outfield. So good for him to be the commander out there in center and sit down Villa. It was not easy to sit down.
No, not at all. So now there's 1 down in the bottom of the 5th for Degler, the center fielder. First offering to him, fastball just high, 1-0. Degler also on base today. Double in the first inning and grounded out to first in the second inning. The 1-0 to him, fastball low. 2 balls and no strikes on Degler. Center fielder attends the University of Puget Sound. 327 hitter in 2 seasons there, 28 games played. Big righty Stoyahan sets, kicks and deals the 2-0. Fastball up and away, 3-0. Stoyahan, a guy who's bounced around a couple times collegiately. Originally went to Diablo Valley College in 2023, where he's the pitcher of the year, first team all-state selection, and went to UCSB, limited action there. Get me over fastball on the 3-0. 3-1.
You have to wonder with the pitching change, at least for the Crawdads, if that's going to change anything. It felt like they really couldn't figure out Timothy.
And we'll see how the Legends react to the new arm. The 3-1 from Storyhan. Another strike, fastball, upper third. Full count now to Degler. Storyhan, just 2 career appearances for the Gauchos, both in 2024 as he dealt with a clavicle injury this spring. Payoff fouled back over to the left side. Still 3-2.
Him and Timothy, obviously great friends. Very similar numbers, too, coming into today. Guys who seem to do everything together.
Storyhan at the belt. The 3-2. Fastball runs outside. First base runner allowed by Peter Storyhan in his relief appearance. 1 down, 1 on in the bottom of the 5th for Mitchell Birdsall, the first baseman. Birdsall has driven in both runs on the day for Menlo Park. An RBI single in the first. Scored via and Degler after their hits. Birdsall's been on base twice, had a walk to lead off the third, but was later called out on the fielder's choice. Runner goes, Justice, the throw to second, not in time. Throw was in there, Esquivel's tag a tad late. Called a strike at the plate, 0-1, a runner in scoring position now for Birdsall.
Tough to go on Justice. Surprised to see guys testing him, but that's the only way you can do it. And that's a big base runner.
Absolutely. 13th swiped bag for Charlie Degler, as Justice is going to chat with Storyhan real quick in this battery meeting. Birdsall originally started this summer with the Orange County Riptide, played 6 games down there, hit .222. Now in 11 games with Menlo Park, hitting .273 on the season. 12 hits, 9 driven in. 7 extra base hits. Storyhan from the stretch. The 0-1. Slider low and away. 1 ball and 1 strike. Birdsall, like I mentioned, 7 extra base hits on the season. That's half of his hits total between the 2 teams. So slugging percentage .477 as he takes a 1-1 fastball inside.
The thing with the Legends, too, is they just have a lot of big guys. Like the pitcher Anderson, a lot of their hitters, Villa, are big guys. They have a lot of power.
Yeah, Birdsall here, too. 6'3", 200 pounds from the right side. Plenty of power in the bat. Storyhan a double check at second. The 2-1. Slider at the knees. Strike 2 called.
It's a really nice pitch. You can't let it go 3-1, and gets one on the outside corner. Really hard to hit.
Storyhan, 6'5", 230-pound righty from Danville. Played his high school ball at De La Salle in Concord like Joey Donnelly, but they did not overlap. The 2-2, soft ground ball over to shortstop. DeFazio collects, throws to Ewens in time. Second out here in the bottom of the 5th. 1 runner still at second base. Menlo Park would love to bring him in.
Absolutely. They've left a lot of runners over in scoring position, as we've seen, and the Crawdads have done that too. Really comes a question of who's going to come up big. Really reminds us a little bit of that first game where obviously it was jammed for a little bit of a deadlock later in the game.
So here comes James Bowes, the cleanup hitter with 2 down. Enters hitting .350. It's 1 for 2 today. First offering to him, slider well low. So it'll be 1-0. Bowes, the loyal Marymount man, native of San Jose. Played in 42 games this spring at LMU. The 1-0 from Storyhan. Fastball at the knees, strike 1 called. Bowes, another guy with plenty of power. 11 doubles, 1 triple, 2 homers, 17 runs driven in. Working with Degler at second. The 1-1 from Storyhan. Slider inside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Storyhan has not allowed an earned run in his last 5 appearances dating back to June 21st against the Arroyo Seco Saints. Trying to keep it that way here. He's not allowed a hit in his last 3 appearances. The 2-1 hits Bowes. One ran inside. Tough to tell if it got his shoulder or his back. That one hurt.
Seems to be in a bit of pain, walking slowly toward first, but at least he's up.
Yeah, that's the good part. But now Storyhan, dangerous situation. Runners on first and second for Austin Rabago, the second baseman, hitting from the left side. A guy who's 0 for 2, but we know is a great hitter. .303 average in 23 games entering today, including going 2 for 5 yesterday with an RBI double against the Crawdads.
Yeah, he's been riding the hot hand, and test for Storyahan, who hasn't really faced much adversity this season, really.
Rabago, 9-game hitting streak. Would love to extend it to 10 here. Storyahan in the reset count. Steps off. Degler floats back to second. Bose back to first.
The way Storyahan looks over to second, it's so frantic. It'd be intimidating to try to go on him.
Absolutely. Another check to second. The first offering to Rabago. Slider called a strike. Low and away. 0-1. Rabago, the Hendricks College man. 3 seasons there, 109 games played. .313 batting average. 85 runs batted in. The 0-1 from Storyahan. Fastball runs inside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Storyahan committed to UC Davis back on June 24th. Did not spend too long in the transfer portal after the fractured clavicle with UC Santa Barbara. The 1-1 to the lefty. Rabago hit high in the air into left field. Leininger working back, and he gets there at the track for the final out of this inning. Head to the top of the 6th. Crawdads trying to break this one open. Tied 2-2 between the Crawdads and the Legends right after this. Welcome to the top of the 6th on the Walnut Creek streaming network. Tied at 2 between the Walnut Creek Crawdads and the Menlo Park Legends here at the College of San Mateo, where the Legends play their home games. 6, 7, 8 due up for Walnut Creek. Zach Justice, Riley Leininger, Brady Wilson. Facing Matt Anderson in his 5 innings of work, trying to get through 6. The first offering to Justice, high fastball. Called a strike, 0-1. Justice 0 for 2 today, a ground out and a strikeout. 1 for 2 in his last appearance as he grounds this one over too short. Bose dives, collects, throws in time. Another 6-3 ground out for Zach Justice. First out of the top of the 6th. So now it's the left fielder Riley Leininger up with 1 down in this top half of the 6th. Leininger this week, .461 batting average in 4 games. 3 of them he had hits in, reached 2 more times in the only game he did not. 1 for 2 today, a single and a fly out. Anderson kicks and delivers. Leininger fouls this one off to the left side, 0-1. Anderson's really worked the breaking ball well in this appearance. He's played off the fastball extremely well. He allowed 5 hits, 2 runs in his appearance so far. The 0-1 to Leininger. Breaking ball outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Leininger named to the CCL All-Star team. One of 4 position players selected for Walnut Creek, in part because of his monster week. The 1-1, Leininger belts this one into straightaway center field. Degler going back at the wall, and it's off the wall. He can't get there. Leininger going into second, ground rule double officially. What a blast for Riley Leininger. It was maybe a foot from a home run to dead center.
Yeah, and he's definitely the unluckiest player on the Crawdads because it seems like he always gets hits like that and they just barely miss the wall.
Another tough break for Leininger, who's been robbed of at least a couple homers. Well, the Crawdads will take that one. A runner in scoring position for Brady Wilson now in the 8-hole. Wilson 0 for 2 today. Ground out and a strikeout. Hitting .190 in 7 games entering this contest against Menlo Park. Anderson working from the stretch now for the first time this inning. Peers over to second at Leininger. First offering to Wilson, a fastball down the middle, strike 1. Wilson, the University of the Pacific commit, heading to Stockton ahead of this next school year. 2 seasons at Sac City College this spring. 256 in 28 games as a two-way player. The 0-1 to Wilson, breaking ball inside, and it clips Brady Wilson in the arm. He'll take a free pass.
Yeah, not always the desired result, but here at the bottom of the order, the Crawdads will take what they can get, especially in this type of game.
Absolutely. An extremely close game. The margin of error thin for both teams. 2 aboard, 1 down at the top of the 6th for the shortstop, Nico DeFazio.
Finally, some action in the Legends bullpen.
And we'll see how short the leash is for Anderson here. DeFazio steps in 1 for 2 today. Singled in the 2nd, grounded out to shortstop in the 5th. DeFazio limited action for Walnut Creek, appearing in just his 8th game after debuting on June 27th. But has hits now in 6 of his 8 appearances. Entered today hitting .261, 2 runs batted in. Anderson looks in, peers to second, sets at the chest. First offering to DeFazio, breaking ball well outside. 1-0 to DeFazio, who also spent time at University of the Pacific, then went to Chabot College, where this spring he raked in 42 games, 329 average there. Now committed to Houston Christian. The 1-0 to the right-handed shortstop, swing and a miss, fastball upstairs.
And really, when it's all said and done in this game, the Crawdads bottom of the order has done a really good job this game. Now Wilson getting aboard and creating havoc for the top part of the order that has Calvillo on deck.
Absolutely. Dangerous complete order for Walnut Creek. Here's the 1-1 from Anderson. DeFazio takes low and away. 2-1. DeFazio, a second-year Crawdad, played in the Creek last summer, 2024. 27 games played, .227 hitter. Improved year over year. Obviously with that magnificent year in Chabot College. And 25 extra bases with the Gladiators this spring. Anderson looks to second. The 2-1 to DeFazio. Fastball up. Ball 3. Hitters friendly count for Nico DeFazio. 2 on, 1 down in the top of the 6th. 2-2 ball game between the Crawdads and the Legends. Walnut Creek trying to break it open. Anderson has the call from Robbins. Kicks and fires the 3-1. DeFazio, high fly ball in the left field side. This one going towards foul territory. Bose all the way from shortstop makes the play. Leininger charges but will retreat back to second as DeFazio is retired.
The Legends defense is just so polished as we're seeing here today. That's a great catch and potentially saving runs in this inning.
Yeah, potentially so. Bose has been a stalwart defensively all day today. A couple of diving snags on ground balls, and a nice tracking effort there. But the lineup turns over. 2 down in the top of the 6th, 2 still on for Cam Calvillo. Was 0 for 2 today, a fly out, a ground out, but did reach on a walk. Extends his on-base streak to 8 games, looking for his first hit of the day. Anderson delivers to the righty, breaking ball low. 1-0.
You know, Calvillo's itching for a hit at the home run yesterday. No hits yet today. Big spot right now.
And in addition to the 8-game on-base streak, Calvillo 3-game hit streak. Like you mentioned, the home run yesterday, a 2-run shot. Single the day before and a double the day before that. The 1-0. High fly ball into right field. In the ballpark, Rabago coming on, and he puts it away. The Crawdads strand 2 in the top of the 6th. We'll head to the bottom half of the frame, see if Menlo Park can take the lead right after this. Welcome back to the Crawdads Streaming Network for the bottom of the 6th inning. Tied at 2 apiece between the Crawdads and the Legends. 6, 7, 8 due up for Menlo Park. Peter Storyhan trying to get through his 2nd inning of work, fires a ball low. 1-0 to Kalzamitis, 3rd baseman today for Menlo Park. Now the 1-0 from the righty, Storyhan bounces at home plate, 2-0. Storyhan has allowed 2 base runners back in his 1st inning of work in the 5th. On a walk and a hit by pitch, but got 2 flyouts and a ground out to get out of the inning. There's a loose ball from the Legends bullpen into play, so we take a brief timeout. Now the 2-0 to Zamitis. Hard fly ball towards Esquivel, gets through into shallow right field for a base hit. Kalzamitis, leadoff single, brings up Will Robbins, the catcher, in the 7-hole.
Number 24, Will Robbins.
That's the first base hit Peter Storyhan has allowed in his last 3 outings. He's not allowed a hit since the July 2nd matchup with the Menlo Park Legends. In the stretch yet again for this inning. Throw back to first, not in time. Ewan's just late on the tag. Storyhan, 90-mile-an-hour fastball, high 70s slider, and a changeup. First offering to Robbins, low and away. 1-0. Storyhan struggling a bit to find the zone in this appearance thus far. Last time he was out, had no such trouble. Saturday against Alameda. The 1-0 strike. Slider at the knees. 1-1. Robbins, the Princeton catcher, appeared in 12 games for the Tigers this spring, .259 average. Another throwback to first. Zamitis back safely. 1-1 at the dish to Robbins, who's been aboard once today and a walk in the first and grounded out in the fourth. The 1-1 from Storjahan, a slider called a strike at the knees again. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Robbins. 26 games for Menlo Park for him. .224 batting average entering this one. The 1-2. Ground ball over to third through. Cam Calvillo diving but can't get there. This one into the corner now left field. Leininger collects and he'll throw into the cutoff. But a big double for Will Robbins. And now there's 2 in scoring position for the Legends.
Batter, designated hitter, number 5, Blake Cowan.
2 straight hits allowed by Peter Storjahan, Crawdad righty. In trouble now. Blake Cohen's the designated hitter up in the 8-hole. Legends would love to take a lead here in the bottom of the 6th, no one out. Cohen's 0 for 1 today, a fly out in the first, walked in the 4th. Storjahan kicks and delivers. Breaking ball gets past Justice. The runner from third coming home, and he'll score. Calzamitis on the pass ball. And now it's a 3-2 lead for Menlo Park.
That's tough if you're Storjahan because he started out well, and again, frustrating sequence of events, we'll say, for him. Tough now.
Absolutely. Crawdads have held it in the tie since the first inning. Menlo Park finally with a lead. And that's kind of how these matchups between these two teams have gone. Here's the 1-0. Slider runs outside on Cohen's. 2 balls and no strikes. Cohen's the University of Illinois Chicago man. 241 entering today, 24 games for Menlo Park. 2-0 from Storjahan, off speed at the knees, strike 1.
It's a good recovery pitch there. Just need to worry about what's at the plate and not the runner at third in this situation.
Absolutely, a nice changeup there. Righty kicks and fires, the 2-1, swing and a miss. Deceptive slider low and away. Now it's a 2-2 count to Cohen's. Still a runner at third, Menlo Park trying to score. That's Robbins, take a 2-run lead. The 2-2. Called strike 3, a slider at the knees. Good recovery from Peter Storjahan, his first strikeout of the day.
That's a big one. I mean, it's only out number 1, but still a runner on third, but it really sets the tone. Shows the Legends offense. I'm still a strong pitcher. I can get this through this.
Absolutely. Still a runner on third, like you mentioned, and Deuce Filter, the second baseman, up. Struck out twice swinging against Carson Timothy. Facing Storjahan for the first time. First offering to Filter. High fly ball, shallow left field. DeFazio running back from shortstop, and the glove misses. Runner tagging from third, the throw home, not in time, and that gets past Justice. Storjahan recovering. It allows Filter to go to second. A bloop single and a throwing error. Another run comes across, 4-2 Menlo Park.
Yeah, and that's frustrating for pretty much everyone involved because, DeFazio's going forward and he's not going to make the play, but he allowed an extra runner to move to second with that throw.
Tough inning for Walnut Creek, defensively especially, and the top of the lineup up. Quincy Villa, just 1 down, still a runner in scoring position. Storjahan from the third base side of the rubber. First offering to the righty, a slider inside, strike 1.
Just feels like a lot of these other Menlo Park versus Crawdad games where Crawdads feel like they're in a rhythm and then something goes wrong. Obviously a lot of baseball left though.
Absolutely, still quite a few innings and just a 2-run game. The 0-1 to Villa, fastball fouled away on the right side. 0-2 count on the Legends leadoff man. He's been productive today, 1 for 2. Reach on a single and a walk. Villa leads the CCL in stolen bags, was caught stealing here today by Zach Justice. Still looking for his 33rd swipe. The 0-2 from Storjahan. Fastball just misses low and away. That's a really well-located fastball.
Yeah, that's when you kind of need it against Villa. Didn't get him to go. A guy who likes to swing the bat a lot, kind of like a Ricky Henderson type player in the leadoff spot.
Insane speed, a great hit tool as well. Plus some decent power. The 1-2 to Villa. Fouled back. We'll do it again. He just gets a piece off the end of the bat.
That's one thing he's so good at. I mean, that's why I make that sort of comparison, because in the leadoff spot, he needs to be poking at everything, and despite being so aggressive, he hasn't struck out today.
Yeah, not a guy that strikes out a whole lot. 14 Ks on the season, 29 appearances. Storyhan steps off. He'll take his time as there's a ball from the dugout, or excuse me, from the Legends bullpen into play. 1-2 at the dish. Villa steps in from the right side. Storyhan shakes off one selection from Justice. Agrees with this one. The 1-2. Yanks a fastball away. 2-2. Via the Marymount University guy. 3 seasons there. 328, excuse me. That's his batting average in 100 games. 68 runs driven in. Storyhan steps off. Filter retreats to second. Runner in scoring position. That's Filter at second base. 1 down in the bottom of the 6th. Menlo Park trying to extend this newfound 4-2 lead. The 2-2 from Storyhan. Slider popped up in the infield. Ewens from first calls it off, and he puts it in the glove. That's the way to deal with Quincy Villa. Soft contact in the air.
Yeah, and not moving over the runner from second as well. Just need to get out Degler and then hope your guys can come up and finally find some offense.
Absolutely. The Crawdads have had guys on base. They've stranded 5 in the last 2 innings. Trying to change that. But first they have to get out Degler, like you mentioned, who's 1 for 2. A double and a walk. First offering to the lefty. A fastball for a strike on the outer third. 0-1 to Charlie Degler, the starting center fielder for Menlo Park. Entered today hitting .327. Also riding an 8-game hit streak. The 0-1. Slider at the knees, strike 2 called. Storyhan quickly, 2 strikes. He's trying to get out of this one quickly.
Yeah, probably going to go with an off-speed pitch, maybe outside. Can do that in a righty-lefty matchup, maybe.
Perhaps so. Degler, the 5'8" left-hander, readies. The 0-2 from Storyhan. Bounces in home plate, 1-2.
Degler with a bit of an old school look. No batting gloves.
No batting gloves, grip, a little bit of pine tar. Very old school. Sunnyvale native readies. Storyhan checks at second. The 1-2. Slider just misses below the knees. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Thought he might have had strike 3 based on the calls we've seen earlier today. Instead, it's a 2-2 count. Degler went 2 for 4 last night against Walnut Creek. 2 RBI double. Here's the 2-2 from Storyhan. Fastball on the outer third, called a ball. Full count to Charlie Degler.
Tough break for Storyhan. Had a few pitches close in the zone in this at-bat, but it works a full count. Got to give credit to Degler.
Yeah, absolutely, very patient guy. He's walked 10 times, struck out just 4. Here's the 3-2. Swing and a miss. Storyhan with a nasty changeup away. Gets the final punch out. Legends do grab 2 here in the bottom of the 6th. We'll head to the top of the 7th. Crawdads trying to get it back right after this. Welcome back to the Crawdads streaming network for the top of the 7th. Walnut Creek down by 2. And it's 2-3-4 to up. Chris Esquivel, Joey Donnelly, Jared Medham. Still facing Matt Anderson, who's been pretty fantastic. Just 2 runs allowed on 6 hits to the Crawdads. Trying to get through 7 innings of work. The first offering to Esquivel. Swing and a miss on the low slider. 0-1.
Critical inning right here for the Crawdads to try to set the tone.
Absolutely. Now the 0-1 to Esquivel. Bounces in the dirt. New catcher Ryan Cartwright in there to block it in relief of Will Robbins. 1-1 at the dish to Esquivel, who's 1 for 3. Single, a ground out, and a strikeout as the 1-1 bounces behind Cartwright. 2 balls and 1 strike. Anderson kicks and deals the 2-1, a fastball well upstairs. 3-1 to Chris Esquivel. Crawdad second baseman has been a stalwart defensively today. Here's a 3-1 to him, swing and a miss, elevated fastball. Full count to Esquivel.
Esquivel, a guy who sometimes likes to chase on ball 4. See where he goes here.
We shall see. A guy who has hits in 3 of his last 4 games, including a homer yesterday. 3-2, high and in fastball. No question about that being ball 4. Esquivel takes the leadoff walk, and it brings up Joey Donnelly with a man aboard.
Couldn't have swung at ball 4 even if he tried. I mean, that ball nearly hit him.
Yeah, he had to duck out of the way.
Joey Donnelly.
So here's Donnelly, the Crawdads. One of the Crawdads' many all-star selections here in 2025. Donnelly 1 for 3 today. Had a single in the first hit of the game, then swiped a bag. Since then has been retired on a ground out and a fly out. First offering to him, fastball upstairs. 1-0. Donnelly hitting below 400 for the first time since the first game for Walnut Creek. 395 average entering today. 20 runs batted in. The 1-0 to him. Fastball fouled away on the ground on the right side. 1-1. Donnelly 34 hits, now 35 for Walnut Creek, thanks to his single today. 9 of them for extra bases, 7 doubles, 2 homers. The 1-1 from Anderson. Off speed at the knees, called a strike. Donnelly shaking it off. Be a 1-2 count to him. Esquivel at first. No one out in the top of the 7th. Donnelly even walk to strikeout ratio, 13 apiece. The 1-2. Passed ball in the dirt. Hits Joey Donnelly. Looks like it clips the ankle. That's a big break for Walnut Creek. The first 2 guys aboard here in the top of the 7th for the 4-hole man, Jared Medham.
Yeah, and Medham, a guy who really knows the moment, has a lot of RBIs on the year. Would be surprised if he stays aggressive.
Yeah, Medham had his 18th in the first, drove in Donnelly on an RBI single. Just 2 games ago, he was 3 for 4 with 4 runs batted in, on 2 singles. Two on, no one out in the top of the 7th. Anderson's first delivery to Medham. High fastball fouled away on the right side. 0-1 to the St. Mary's Gale, starting shortstop there this spring in 55 games. Adams really turned it around of late. Was mired in a bit of a slump. The 0-1 to him. Fastball below the knees. 1-1.
New catcher having a little bit of trouble holding onto it, and saw the ball get to the screen last time.
Yeah, Cartwright not quite on the same page as Anderson. They'll have a quick battery meeting to talk this one out. Excuse me, this is a new pitcher, Tyler LaChance, number 27, the right-hander for Menlo Park. Apologies for that correction. LaChance in his first inning of work. The first offering to Medham. Excuse me, the 1-1 grounded through the gap on the left side of the infield. Esquivel rounding third. No, he's going to stop. A single for Jared Medham, and the bases are juiced for John Ewens. No one out in the top of the 7th.
Yeah, we knew he was going to stay aggressive, and a smart base running decision by there for Esquivel. Now brings Ewens a chance to get a knock and tie this game up, but Yeah, so if he went, he would have been gunned down.
Absolutely. Ewens had a similar situation in his last at-bat back in the 5th. Bases were loaded. He struck out with 2 outs. This time, much more forgiving spot. LaChance, the 6'6", 200-pound righty, looks in. First offering to Ewens, belted into right field. Rabago going back. He doesn't have a chance. It's off the wall. Esquivel scoring from third. Donnelly rounding. Medham is going to get hauled up. Donnelly sliding in safely at home, and it's a tie ball game. John Ewens with a 2 RBI double.
Wow, knowing the moment. I mean, tying this game up, still nobody out, and Medham was nearly catching up. And good for him to stay at third, because that was a closer play than we thought.
A massive hit for Walnut Creek to get right back in the game. Still no one out. 2 in scoring position for Zach Justice.
Talk about knowing the moment.
Absolutely. Ewens knew he and the Crawdads needed something there, and they got it.
Feels like they're sort of taking it out on the fact that they know they've lost so many games against Menlo Park they should have won. And, of course, they're still tied. There's a lot that can happen the rest of this way, but they're showing that they're not going to go down without a fight.
Not at all. Crawdads been fighting against the Legends all season long. Things coming to a head here in the 5th matchup between these two teams. LaChance, the Santa Clara man, a rising sophomore there. Did not play any games this spring with the team. Teammate of his current second baseman, Deuce Filter, for the Legends. On the season, LaChance, ERA of 3 flat. He's 0-1 in 4 appearances, 3 starts. This is his 5th. The righty sets from the first base side of the rubber. First offering a new batter, Justice. Fastball fouled away on the right side, well out of play.
The fact that there's no outs, too, I mean, it gives the Crawdads so much leverage to try to get deeper into this bullpen as there's a right-hander warming up.
Justice 0 for 3 today, searching for his first hit of the day. The 0-1 bounces in front of Cartwright, gets behind him, met him, charging in from third. He's in to score. The Crawdads lead for the first time today.
A huge opportunity there. We know Medham has speed. He's smiling on his way back to the dugout. And a tough spot right now for the Legends. They just can't find the strike zone.
LaChance struggling on the hill. 1-1 at the plate to Justice. Ewens moves to third. 1-1 offering a fastball outside. 2-1. Justice, 2 years spent at Oregon with the Ducks. Only played in 2 games. Entered the transfer portal as he takes a strike on the outer third. 2-2. Traded to San Diego State last week. Ready catcher has been a stalwart defensively behind the dish today. The 2-2 from LaChance in the dirt. Full count to Justice. Justice 1 for 4 in his last appearance. That came Saturday against the Alameda Merchants. Had a single. LaChance with the payoff. Ball 4 upstairs. Justice on board for the first time today. Runners at the corner, still no one out in the top of the 7th for Riley Leininger.
The all-star up now, a guy who had a ground rule double just a few feet shy of a home run, as it looks like another meeting on the mound here.
Yeah, another meeting on the mound. Looks to be a pitching change. New arm coming in from the Legends bullpen. So while that happens, we'll step away briefly on the Crawdads streaming network. We'll come back right after this. Welcome back to the top of the 7th on the Crawdad Streaming Network. Walnut Creek up 5-4 on the Menlo Park Legends here in San Mateo. Runners on the corners, no one out for Riley Leininger. Left-handed left fielder up after the pitching change. Tyler Chance out in favor of Will Pyers, the 6'3", 215-pound reliever from Manhattan College. This is his 6th appearance between two teams, the Seagulls and the Legends. The first offering to Leininger. Fastball runs inside, 1-0. Pyers on the year, 0-2, with a 6.75 ERA between the Seagulls and the Legends. Does have a save in 5 1/3 for the Legends. The 1-0 to Leininger, swing and a miss. Foul tip technically into the glove. Either way, it's 1-1. Crawdad left fielder 2 for 3 today, a single and a double. Flew out in his first at-bat in the second. Ewens at third, Justice at first. The 1-1, slow breaking ball belted into right field. Rabago going back, he can't get there. Ewens trotting in, he'll score from third. Justice rounding second, he's into third. Leininger with an RBI double, and things continue. Walnut Creek, a 6-4 lead.
Riley Leininger continuing to be the catalyst. That's his second double of the game. I don't know what he's been eating these past 2 weeks, but it's something different.
I think he's eating baseballs, Casey. That's what I would say in this one. 2 runners in scoring position. Brady Wilson from the right side up.
Number 34, Brady Wilson.
So that run will hang on Tyler LaChance. Pyers with his first base runner allowed. Wilson up to bat 0 for 2, hit by pitch in his last time. First off into the righty, slapped on the ground to Bose, who collects, throws to first for the first out of the inning.
About time, huh?
Only took him 7 batters. Still a 2-run lead for Walnut Creek. 1 down in the top of the 7th.
Nico DeFazio.
2 in scoring position for Nico DeFazio up now. Pardon me, it will be a pinch hitter. Ryan Ellis will take the place of DeFazio here.
Your attention, please, ladies and gentlemen. For the Crawdads, batting for DeFazio. Number 2, Ryan Ellis.
So in comes Ellis, not a natural shortstop, so we'll see where they put him defensively. But either way, a guy with the left-handed advantage against the right-handed pitcher. Crawdads trying to tack on some more here. Ellis, a .222 hitter in 21 games for the Crawdads this season. Was 0 for 2 last night against Menlo Park as he takes upstairs, 1-0. Pyers and the Legends trying to get out of this nightmare inning as they've now relinquished the lead. 4 runs have come across. The 1-0 to Ellis. Swing and a miss. Fastball down the middle. Ellis, a third-year Crawdad, former leadoff hitter for Walnut Creek in his 2 previous seasons. Was 2 for 4 2 games ago against the Merchants. The 1-1 from Pyers. Ellis, soft ground ball over to second. Filter collects. They won't get Justice at home. They'll instead throw to first where Ellis is out on the fielder's choice, but a run does come through. 7-4 Walnut Creek.
Back-to-back games with an RBI ground out for Ryan Ellis.
Another productive out, and this inning for Walnut Creek, exactly what the doctor ordered.
Continues, and again, just need a little bit of a cushion. They have 3 runs right now, just got to keep it going.
Absolutely. Lineup turns back over. Cam Calvillo up. Riley Leininger at third. 2 down in the top of the 7th. Calvillo 0 for 3. Lone time on base via a walk as he takes a breaking ball for a strike. 0-1 to the other veteran Crawdad here in the order. Calvillo, .255 hitter in 14 games this summer. The 0-1 from Pyers, breaking ball upstairs, called a strike.
Interesting strike zone these past few innings.
Big looping breaking ball from Pyers gets the job done there. Legends trying to get 1 more strike and out of this inning. Pyers sets. The 0-2 delivery. Looping breaking ball hit softly on the ground over to second. Filter collects. Calvillo out. Not before Walnut Creek scores 5 to take a 3-run lead over the Menlo Park Legends. We'll head to the bottom of the 7th. Legends trying to eat back into this 3-run deficit right after this.
5 runs on 3 hits. No errors.
Welcome back to the bottom of the 7th inning. Walnut Creek Crawdads up 3-0 on the Menlo Park Legends, who are up to bat here. New pitcher for the Crawdads, Joe Coupland, the right-hander out of the pen. Leaves Peter Storyahan after two innings from Storyahan. 2 runs came across on 3 hits back in the bottom of the 6th. Coupland trying to hold the Legends where they're at, but he'll face the heart of the order, Birdsall, Bose, Rabago, 3-4-5 due up. Coupland a 14.21 ERA in 5 appearances. This his 6th. He's gone 6 1/3 innings. Righty kicks and delivers. The first offering to Birdsall, a strike. Elevated fastball. Defensive changes for Walnut Creek. Medham comes in to play shortstop, as DeFazio was pinch hit for. Trey Johnson now in center. Swing and a miss. Birdsall misses on the low curveball from Coupland, 0-2. So Ryan Ellis, the pinch hitter. Trey Johnson goes into field in his spot. Coupland, the 0-2 to Birdsall. Breaking ball, heart of the zone. Coupland fools him with the curveball for the first out of the bottom of the 7th.
How about a first impression to start this outing for Coupland? Really good breaking stuff on the outer part of the plate.
Absolutely. Coupland's been a bit up and down this season. Last appearance was on Saturday against the Merchants. He had a scoreless inning, just 1 hit allowed. Now it's James Bose. It's 1 for 2 today, a single and a hit by pitch. Coupland kicks and delivers, a breaking ball away, 1-0. Bose and the Legends trying to work back the 3-run deficit here. Coupland from the third base side of the rubber. The 1-0 delivery. Fastball just misses the outer third. Lots of zip on the heater there.
Yeah, I'm confused where it missed.
You and me both. Coupland parks it around 90 miles an hour on the fastball. That one definitely close to that. The 2-0 to Bose. High fastball away this time. 3 balls and no strikes to the starting shortstop for Menlo Park. 1 down on the top of the 7th. Bose trying to be the first man on. Coupland slow delivery on the 3-0. Another fastball low and away, called a strike this time. Bose with his single today in the first inning, now has hits in back-to-back games. Hits in 3 of his last 4. The 3-1 to Bose, fouled back on the fastball. Full count now. Coupland, a nice job working back in after falling 3-0.
Yeah, especially after getting a big strikeout to lead off the inning.
Coupland shakes off one call from Justice. He likes this one. Sets belt high. Now the payoff delivery. Fastball belted into right field, down for a base hit. Donnelly collects. Bose originally rounds first, but he'll hold. Just a single for James Bose, but there's one runner aboard now in the bottom of the seventh. Still one out for Menlo Park.
Good job cutting it off for Donnelly. That ball looked like it was bound for the fence.
Yeah, it was based on the spin. Could have went all the way into the corner, but Donnelly, a great defensive outfielder. Just make sure it's a single. One aboard for Austin Rabago, the right fielder for Menlo Park. He's yet to record a hit today, 0 for 3. Strikeout, a ground out, and a fly out. First offering to him. High velocity heater misses away, 1-0. Rabago, a 9-game hit streak in jeopardy today. Would like to extend it to 10 here. The 1-0 from Coupland. Breaking ball sits into the middle of the zone, 1-1. Good changeup there from Coupland after dialing up the fastball in the first pitch. Righty briefly glances to first. The 1-1 from the stretch, breaking ball low. 2-1. Rabago, the Anaheim native, 5'10", 175-pound lefty. Plays his college ball at Hendricks. Official count 3-0, excuse me. Coupland delivers, get me over fastball, 3-1 now. Never mind, they correct it, it's 2-2. We had the official count. Looks like the scorekeeper is a little behind. The 2-2 from Coupland, slow breaking ball, swing and a miss upstairs. 2 strikeouts already in 2/3 of an inning for Joe Coupland. Looks mighty effective early in this one.
Yeah, besides that single, I mean, you really can tip your cap to him so far. Just needs that one last out to get his guys hitting again.
Still one on. That's Bose at first for Kalzamitis, the third baseman. First offering to him, a fastball runs away. 1 ball and no strikes. Zamatis, his 4th game on the season for Menlo Park. Entered today hitting .333 in 3 games. Has a hit today. Coupland, a throwback to first. Bose in safely. Minus 1 for 3 today, so still hitting .333. Had a single to lead off the 6th. Later scored on the RBI single from Deuce Filter. Takes one inside, 2-0. Coupland has struggled to win early in counts, Casey, but he's recovered mighty well. Got 2 fastballs after he was down. 2 strikeouts, excuse me. The Chabot righty with the 2-0 delivery. Fastball upstairs and away, called strike. Big gusts of wind remain here in San Mateo, overlooking the bay. On the eastern hill face of the peninsula, the 2-1. Breaking ball low and away. 3 balls and 1 strike on Zamitis.
Another chance to recover here.
Absolutely. Wonder where Coupland will go here on this offering. We've seen him go to the fastball late in these counts. The 3-1 from the righty. There's a fastball, but it's up and away. Ball 4. 2 base runners now for Menlo Park. 2 down still in the bottom of the 7th. Brings up Ryan Cartwright, who came in the last inning, last half inning, top of the 7th, to relieve Will Grobbins. Cartwright, 14 games for Menlo Park, taking his first at-bat of the day, in 226, entering this one. Relieve Cartwright, who went 1 for 2 with a double. The first offering fouled back on the fastball, 0-1. Bounce off the screen, back into play. Not often you see that. Bose at second, Zamitis at first. The 0-1 from Coupland. Slow breaking ball bounces in front of home plate, but Justice quickly on top of it. 1-1 count to Cartwright. Cartwright, the rising junior at Wheaton College, did not play there in 2024 due to an injury, but had 15 games this spring where he hit .216. 1-1 from Coupland. High away fastball. Swing and a miss. Coupland and the Crawdads trying to get out of this one. Stranding 2. Want to hold on to this 3-run lead.
Would be huge, especially at this moment in the game. We know the bottom of the order for the Legends can do some damage.
Absolutely, they've been potent today. Coupland checks to Bose at second. The 1-2 at the dish to Cartwright. Swing and a miss on the elevated fastball. 3 strikeouts for Joe Coupland, all of them swinging. 6-foot righty for Walnut Creek, doing his job well. We'll head to the top of the 8th. Crawdads with an opportunity to extend the 3-run lead right after this. Welcome back to the top of the 8th on the Crawdad Streaming Network. Walnut Creek leading by 3 over the Menlo Park Legends, 7-4. 2-3-4 due up. Chris Esquivel, Joey Donnelly, Jared Medham facing Will Pyers, who got out of the top of the 7th, not before a couple runs came across. First offering up and away on Esquivel, 1-0. Pyers relieved Tyler LaChance, who faced 5 batters, couldn't get any of them out. 3 runs scored on his watch, then 2 more from Pyers. The 1-0 to Esquivel, swing and a miss. Low away, breaking ball gets the bite. 1 ball and 1 strike on the Crawdads' second baseman. It's 1 for 3 today, a single and a walk. The 1-1, slow breaking ball over the heart of the plate, strike 2.
Almost looked like Esquivel looked away before that pitch even crossed the plate, knowing, all right, I need to choke up here on the next one.
Yeah, that was a really nice offering from Pyers. The righty with the 1-2, another slow breaking ball, fouled back. Still 1-2 count to Esquivel. Later scored on the wild pitch while Jared Medham was up. Pyers has the call from Cartwright. The 1-2. Esquivel grounds this one softly in the infield. First baseman Birdsall flips it over to the covering Pyers for the out. So 3-1 ground out, 1 down in the top of the 8th for Joey Donnelly. Crawdad right fielder has been aboard twice. A single in the first, then a hit by a pitch in the 7th. Donnelly showcasing why he's an all-star selection for Walnut Creek. Fresh count for the lefty. First offering to Donnelly. Fastball outside, 1-0. Former Golden Bear, 4 years at Cal Berkeley, only 20 games played. Entered the grad transfer portal, now at Fordham, where he expects to see some more playing time. The 1-0 to the right fielder upstairs. 2 balls and no strikes.
And his all-star selection, I mean, I think there was no question about his selection, and I think it's just a testament to what he's been able to accomplish from last year to this year.
Absolutely one of the most impressive hitters in the entire league. The 2-0 flared out to right center field, filter back from second, and he puts it away.
The batter, shortstop.
2 down
number 6,
quickly here in the top of the 8th. Jared Medham up in the 4-hole. Crawdads have not had a base runner this inning after having at least one in the past 4 innings. Pyers delivers to the righty Medham, a breaking ball in the zone. Strike 1. Medham 2 for 3 today, 2 singles, 1 of them drove in a run. He's also hit by pitch. The 0-1 breaking ball in the opposite batter's box. 1 ball and 1 strike. Medham started the year 13 for 44 in his first 10 games for Walnut Creek. Good for a .295 average, then was 2 for 19 in 5 games after that. 1-1 is outside again. So that slump kind of broke on July 8th. And since then, Medham, 4 hits in his past 3 games entering today, now 6 in his past 4. 2-1 upstairs, called a strike on the outer third. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Jared Medham. Has reached base 3 straight games. Fouls off the 2-2, a slider away. Gets a piece.
Good job staying alive, and want to keep building on the rally. Sure, the Crawdads love some base runners here.
Absolutely, even though they've got 2 down here in the top of the 8th, no one on. It's never too late for a 2-out rally. The 2-2 from Pyers. Medham fouls this one off in the air, right side, out of play. Still 2-2 at the dish. To Medham, who started at center field, then moved into shortstop after Ellis pinch hit for Nico DeFazio. Trey Johnson came in the game defensively. The 2-2 fouled off on the slow curveball. Medham, 2 straight foul balls to stay alive. He and the Crawdads don't want to quit yet. Still lots of work to do to make sure they come home with a dub for the first time against the Menlo Park Legends. Pyers winds and deals the 2-2. Another slow breaking ball belted on the left side. Villa going back. This one foul.
It's a nice foul ball if I've seen one.
Absolutely. Medham had a shot at a home run there. Definitely had the distance, but goes out of play. Three straight foul balls for Medham in that at-bat. Here's the 2-2 again. Hard ground ball over to second base. It's through for a base hit. Medham 3 for 4 today. The guy who continues to rake.
Yeah, especially these past few games and showing why he needs to be a mainstay in this lineup.
First baseman number 23.
Absolutely.
John Ewens.
It's been a little inconsistent, but past 4 games, he's been dynamite. So now there's a 2-out runner on. Medham at first for John Ewens, the guy who's had a very productive day. 2 for 4, RBI single and a 2 RBI double, the latter of which in the 7th. Helped break open the game. Pyers' first delivery to Ewens shows bunt, pulls it back. High away fastball. Ewens, another all-star selection for Walnut Creek. Obviously in this one showing why. 3 runs driven in. The 1-0 to the big lefty, up and in fastball. 2 balls and no strikes. Ewens last played Saturday night against the Merchants, was 0 for 2. Hit by a pitch his lone time on, but that knocked him out of the game. It hit him in the jaw. The 2-0. Ball 3, nearly at the feet. And with that hit by pitch, Ewens unable to extend a then hit streak of 12 games. But he's got one here today, trying to start a new one. The 3-0 to Ewens. Ball 4 upstairs. Pirates quickly losing command here. 2 outs, 2 on. Met him at second, Ewens at first for Zach Justice. Justice reached on a walk in the 7th, later scored on the RBI fielder's choice, from Ryan Ellis. Otherwise is 0 for 3. Pires kicks and delivers, breaking ball outside, 1-0. Justice, like we mentioned, San Diego State Aztec commit. Originally grew up in Berkeley, California, moved to Oregon ahead of his junior season of high school. 1-0 breaking ball below the knees. 2 balls, no strikes. Justice played last summer with the Kenosha Kingfish in the Northwoods League, spending his first season in the CCL this summer. 158 batting average in 12 games. The 2-0 to Justice, fastball up and in, 3-0. Pires can't throw a strike.
Yeah, it's ball 7.
In effect, yes, walked Ewens on 4 pitches, in danger of doing the same thing here to Justice. And the red-hot Leininger on deck. The 3-0 from Pires. Get me over breaking ball into the heart of the zone, 3-1.
That would have been a really dangerous pitch if you would have gone, could have hit that one deep. I mean, with the amount of break on that.
Potentially so. Instead, it's 3-1. Pires delivers, runs inside, and hits Cartwright in the groin area. That one definitely doesn't tickle, Casey.
That's a good way of putting it. And he kind of moved it out of the way and got it right there. It looks like Sanzeri coming out to talk to his pitcher. 2
straight walks, juice the bases for Riley Leininger, who is 3 for 4, a single, 2 doubles, one of them for a ribby. Pires getting talked to on the mound, pitching staff having a chat. There is action in the Legends bullpen, and they'll call to it. Pires' day is done. We'll step aside here. 2 down in the top of the 8th. Bases juiced when we come back right after this. Welcome back to the top of the 8th here on the Walnut Creek Streaming Network. Bases loaded, 2 outs. As Sam Young, the right-hander for the Legends, relieving Will Pyers after Pyers went an inning and 2/3. Has left the bases loaded thanks to a single from Medham and back-to-back walks to John Ewens and Zach Justice. So here comes the red-hot lefty Leininger, who is 3 for 4 today, a single and 2 doubles. One of them almost a home run, the other driven in a run. Young, the San Mateo native, attends the University of Richmond, 10.12 ERA in 9 games for Menlo Park. He's pitched in 8 innings. Righty sets at the belt. Rocks back and fires to Leininger. A fastball down the middle, strike 1. Young, 5.44 ERA and 11 appearances at Richmond this spring. The 0-1 to Leininger. Hard pop-up on the left side, out of play.
Almost took off somebody's head in the cheering section up there.
Indeed, fans always have to watch out for foul balls. That is always the disclaimer at stadiums.
Big blue sign to our left.
Indeed. The 0-2 to Leininger. Fastball runs in. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Sam Young last pitched on July 9th against the Alameda Merchants. 1 inning, 1 hit, 1 walk in 5 batters faced. The righty delivers the 1-2, a slow breaking ball, strike 3 called at the letters on Riley Leininger. So Crawdads strand 3 more in the top of the 8th. They still lead by 3 as we enter the home half of the frame. Menlo Park trying to cut in to the 7-4 deficit right after this. Welcome back to the bottom of the 8th on the Walnut Creek Streaming Network. Menlo Park due up in the home half of this frame. Crawdads still leading by 3. New pitcher Edward Saeed on the hill. The Los Medanos man will face 8-9-1 for the Menlo Park Legends. Blake Cohen's designated hitter will lead off. Cohen's 0 for 2 today, a fly out, a walk, and a strikeout looking. Saeed, the 6'6", 220-pound righty. Lines and delivers the first offering. Fastball in the dirt, 1-0. Crawdad bullpen trying to hold Menlo Park scoreless here. They were able to get back and take the lead in the bottom of the 6th. Then Walnut Creek put up 5 in the top of the 7th. Took the lead there. The 1-0 from Saeed. Cohen's hard hit ground ball over to Esquivel at second. The throw to first in time. First batter retired that Saeed faced.
The batter, second baseman, number 20.
One down in the bottom of the 8th for Deuce Filter. No one on.
It's kind of an oddly hit ball as well. Good defense really all season from Esquivel.
Yeah, somewhat of a hybrid between a line drive and a ground ball. Kind of died 10 feet in front of Esquivel. Either way, it's Filter up, 1 for 3. RBI single in the 6th, his lone time on board. Saeed kicks and fires, a fastball grounded, foul on the third base side. No balls, 1 strike to Filter. So Carson Timothy starts for Walnut Creek, goes 4 innings, then Peter Storjahan 2 innings, 3 runs allowed. Coupland 1 scoreless inning in the 7th, and now Saeed trying to carry it on. The big righty's 0-1 to Filter, breaking ball in the opposite batter's box. 1-1. Saeed originally went to Siena College last fall, but did not play at Los Medanos after he transferred a little too late. So will be a rising redshirt freshman when he heads back. 1-1 in the dirt. 2 balls and 1 strike.
You never think he's a freshman by looking at his frame. Big guy, has the ability to push the ball in the zone, trying to find another good outing.
85 to 89 mile an hour fastball. Pairs it with a curveball and a changeup. The 2-1 offering. Fastball on the ground over to Ewens. He'll race to the bag himself for the out. G3 put out. Now there's 2 down in the bottom of the 8th.
Quincy Villa.
Lineup does turn over. Quincy Villa a hard out, as we've seen past couple of games. Villa 1 for 3 today. Singled in the first, has not recorded a hit since then. Walked in the second, then 2 flyouts. Villa, the speedy left fielder, 32 stolen bags on the year. Should he get aboard, a threat to get some more. First offering from Saeed, a fastball well upstairs. Gets past Justice. Big thud as it hit the backstop.
Saw a foul ball almost take the head off a fan. That one almost plunked the umpire.
Indeed it did. Saeed, his 6th appearance. He started 1 game for Walnut Creek. It's a win over the Seagulls on June 17th as he fires a fastball at the knees, strike 1. Saeed last appeared against the Alameda Merchants on Saturday, went 1 scoreless inning, 1 hit allowed, 5 batters faced. The 1-1 to Villa. Fastball down the middle, clips the outer third. Quickly, 1 ball and 2 strikes to Quincy Villa. El Cerrito native Saeed will step off. Taps his chest, that's on me. Looks like he needed to just adjust something. Now the righty kicks and delivers. The 1-2, slow breaking ball back to Saeed, and he gloves it. Slow throw to first, and Quincy Villa retired. 1-2-3. Crawdads heading to the top of the 9th. They'll try to extend the 3-run lead right after this. We're back live for the top of the ninth on the Walnut Creek Streaming Network. Crawdads up to bat, leading by 3 over the Menlo Park Legends. 8-9-1 due up. Brady Wilson, Trey Johnson, and Cam Calvillo. All the batters due up. Facing Sam Young, got the final out in the top of the 8th. Trying to get through his first full inning of work. Righty Young fires a fastball low and away on Brady Wilson. 1 ball and no strikes. Wilson looking for his first hit of the day. It's 0 for 3. Pair of groundouts and a strikeout. 1-0 fastball blown past, swing and a miss. Wilson has reached once back in the 6th on a hit by pitch. Pacific Tiger commit readies in the box. The 1-1 fastball in the dirt and well behind Cartwright at the dish. Wilson, the designated hitter today for Walnut Creek. Last appeared as a hitter on July 9th against the Stompers. He was 0 for 3 in that 11-8 victory. Had 2 walks though. The 1-1 from Wilson, to Wilson, excuse me. Fastball low. 3 balls and 1 strike. Wilson trying to get on board again. 2A player has appeared in 6 games for the Crawdads on the hill. The 3-1 from Young. Wilson grounds this one up the middle. Bo is ranging over to his left, collects and throws to first for the out.
Really nice pick over at first by Birdsall as well. The infield defense has been very good today, even though they're losing for the Legends.
Yeah, great defense. Wilson had a shot at that one. I thought up the middle base hit, but Bose says nope.
Number 16, Trey Johnson.
It's now 1 down in the top of the 9th for Trey Johnson, making his first at-bat of the day. Johnson came in after Ryan Ellis pinch hit for Nico DeFazio back in the top of the 7th. First offering to Johnson, swing and a miss, 0-1. Johnson currently on a 5-game hitting streak, dating back to July 2nd against these very Legends. The 0-1 offering, change-up away. 1 ball and 1 strike. Johnson, Skyline College man, played in 41 games there this spring, hit .331, 38 runs driven in. 1-1 to the lefty, swing and a miss. Off speed and in the zone. Johnson hitting .239 in 19 games. Doesn't quite tell the full story. It's been a bit streaky. The 1-2. Swing a ground ball foul on the first base side. They'll do it again. Johnson started red hot for Walnut Creek, 10 for 28 in his first 5 games, then 2 for his next 24 in the following 5 games. But since June 26th, he's 9 for 26 in 9 games, good for a .346 average. The 1-2 to the lefty Johnson, breaking ball well upstairs, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Johnson trying to be second leadoff guy here in the 9-hole, get aboard and let the lineup turn over. Crawdads chance to extend the lead. Young, the 2-2 delivery. Strike 3 called on the breaking ball inside. Johnson retired, and now there's 2 down in the top of the 9th.
Yeah, tough at bat for Johnson. 2 whiffs and then looking on that one. But the best thing is they have the lead and the lineup flips over.
Yeah, really nice pitch from Young there as a ball from the Crawdad bullpen gets away. Esquivel fields it. Either way, lineup flips over. Cam Calvillo up, third baseman for Walnut Creek, searching for his first hit of the day. He's 0 for 4. First offering to Calvillo, breaking ball low. 1 ball, no strikes. Calvillo has reached 1 time today on a walk in the 5th, but was stranded there in that inning. The 1-0 from Young, swing and a miss. Fastball on the outer third. Only 1-1 at the dish to Calvillo, rising senior at Cal State Northridge. .304 hitter this spring with the Matadors. 1-1 offering, a fastball runs inside. Young trying to have a 1-2-3 inning here in the top of the 9th, give the Legends a chance to come back down by 3 in the bottom half of the frame. The righty's 2-1 delivery, fouled off in the air, right side, out of play. 2-2 now to Calvillo. Originally went to Ohlone College, spent 2 seasons there. Then 2024 did not play at Gonzaga, wound up at CSUN. 304 hitter in 38 games this spring. The 2-2 to Calvillo, slow breaking ball inside, nearly hits him. So now the count full on Cam Calvillo, the 4th-year Crawdad. Love to be aboard and start a 2-out rally. Young looking for a put away here. Has the call from Cartwright. At the belt, the payoff. Flared on a line into shortstop. Bose takes a couple steps to his right and puts it away. Crawdads retired 1-2-3. Will head to the bottom of the 9th. They still lead 3, but Menlo Park with an opportunity to walk it off right after this. We're live for the bottom of the 9th on the Crawdad streaming network. Walnut Creek up by 3. It's the last chance for the Menlo Park Legends here. 2-3-4 due up. Nobody you'd rather have batting in this inning, Kasey. Charlie Degler, Mitchell Birdsall, and James Bose.
I would offer you one more, and that would be Quincy Villa, but you make a very good point.
He was retired to end the bottom of the 8th, and they'll face Cam Krogan, the new reliever for Walnut Creek, making his 15th appearance of the year. First offering to Degler, soft ground ball foul down the 3rd baseline. Krogan, the 6'4", 210-pound right-hander from Danville, California, is 1-0 on the season with Walnut Creek, 4.5 ERA in 16 innings. Righty, short delivery, hits Degler in the ankle. Not the ideal start. Leadoff base runner aboard for Menlo Park.
And that's painful because it hits him right in kind of that big lump you have on your ankle.
Yeah, that definitely doesn't sting. Not a whole lot of muscle to protect the bone there. So 1 aboard for the right-hander, Mitchell Birdsall. Birdsall 1 for 3. RBI single in the 1st. Tied up the ball game at 2 back in that inning. Since then, Birdsall has walked, grounded out, and struck out. Krogan, a high velo guy. The first offering to Birdsall. Fastball inside. Righty jumps out of the way. 1 ball, no strikes. Krogan, low 90s fastball, paired with a high 70s slider and a changeup. The 1-0. Called a strike on the outer 3rd. 1 ball and 1 strike. Krogan started the season for Walnut Creek as one of the best high leverage arms, but he's allowed earned runs in 4 of his last 5 appearances. 1-1 slider, check swing, the appeal to second base. He went around. 1-2 to Birdsall.
He was essentially their closer with Barnes, so see if he gets the save chance here.
Does have an opportunity with the Crawdads leading by 3. Has 1 save on the year as the 1-2 slider outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Krogan, like I'm sure you have noticed, a short delivery in the 3/4 arm angle. 2-2 slider fouled back. Count remains the same. Degler at first. Guy who's got 12 stolen bags on the season. Definitely a threat to go.
Second most on the team behind Villa.
Indeed. The 2-2 from Krogan. Slow slider, grounded over too short. Met him, collects, steps on the bag for one. The throw to Ewens, pulls him off the bag. Not in time. So Birdsall reaches on the fielder's choice, but there's one down in the bottom of the 9th now.
Madam kind of wanted to do it all himself there, didn't flip, and it kind of got him off balance. But good to get the lead runner and get their, another double play chance would end the game.
Absolutely, the Crawdads will take it. Bo's up now, 2 for 5 on the day. 2 for 3, excuse me. 2 singles, reach on a fielder's choice in the 3rd, and a hit by pitch in the 6th. First offering to him, slider at the knees, strike 1. 0-1 count on Bo's, the cleanup man in the Menlo order, one of the most dangerous hitters for the Legends. Krogan's 0-1, another slider at the knee, strike 2 called. Krogan went to San Ramon Valley High School, down the street from where the Crawdads play their home games at Monte Vista. 2 seasons at Pepperdine, trying to go back for his 3rd. 0-2 slider in the dirt. Those in the Legends would love a hit here. Shortstop hitting .350 entering today. That bound to increase as he's 2 for 3 today. The 1-2. Swinging a soft ground ball to second. Esquivel collects, throws to second for 1. Met him, won't throw to first for the other. So once again, the Crawdads get the leading runner, and Menlo Park down to their last out.
Not a bad formula. Just get the lead runner twice in a row for 2 outs and not have to worry about a guy being in scoring position and put pressure on Krogan.
Absolutely. So in the 5-hole, it's Austin Rabago, the right fielder for Menlo Park. Krogan looking good as of late, Casey. Lots of soft contact, not quite the strikeout stuff. First offering to the lefty, fastball runs in. 1 ball and no strikes. Rabago, the last chance with a runner aboard and 2 down in the bottom of the 9th for Menlo. Krogan sets at the belt. The 1-0 fastball on the outer 3rd, strike 1. Crawdads searching for their first win of the season on the Menlo Park Legends. Legends up in favor, 4-0. This is the 5th matchup between the teams. They'll play 3 more after this. The 1-1, swing and a miss. Nasty slider gets a bite from Rabago, and now Menlo Park down to their final strike.
Way late on it, too. A lot of bite.
See what Krogan goes to here. Got 3 pitches in the arsenal. Any one of them could get the job done. The 1-2 from the righty Krogan. Breaking ball low. 2-2. 2 down. Bo's at first. Menlo still trailing by 3. Justice delivers the sign. Krogan receives. The 2-2. Swinging a foul tip back. It's Justice in the leg. Rabago just stays alive.
Barely got a piece of it, and tough for Justice. Took a piece of it.
Yeah, deceptive slider there from the righty Krogan. Still 2-2 at the dish. Ewens at first holding Bo's. There's a 8-foot lead. Now increases to 10. Here's the 2-2. Fastball runs inside. The count full to Austin Rabago. Krogan has to be precise with this one, Casey.
Absolutely. Because the walk here would ultimately bring out the tying run to the plate.
The payoff from Krogan. Ball 4, a slider below the knees. And in essence, potentially you speak it into existence, the tying run at the plate. Kalzamitis, the 3rd baseman, with 2 aboard.
Guy that does have a home run on the year, I believe.
Indeed he does. Had one Saturday night against the Sonoma Stompers. The game, he went 1 for 2 in, 3 runs driven in on that shot. How do you pitch to Zamitis here if you're Krogan?
You want to attack him, but mostly give him the off speed so he doesn't have really a chance to take something deep here at this big ballpark.
First offering to Zamitis, a slider outside. 1 ball and no strikes.
Ground ball would be your friend here as well. You just don't want anything popped up in the air that could clear the fence.
Absolutely. Wind has helped a lot of fly balls today. The 1-0 from Krogan, swing and a miss, a disgusting slider. The back pick to first, Rabago in safely. Ewens dropped it. Now Rabago looks like he's in pain over at first.
Ball might have hit him a little bit. He would have been out if that ball stuck in Ewens' glove, though.
Absolutely. Legends catch a bit of a break. Justice trying to do the right thing and get the back pick and the game. Instead, it's 1-1 at the dish. Zamitis, the tying runner at the plate for Menlo. The 1-1 from Krogan. Fastball upstairs. Zamitis ducks out of the way. It's 2-1. Zamitis 1 for 3 today. The 2-1 in there for a strike. Slider on the outer third. 2-2.
That was Zamitis' pitch, I think. Pitch couldn't really get more perfect than that. Heater down the zone.
So now Krogan with 1 pitch to work with. The 2-2 offering. Slider just misses the low outside corner. Full count once again. Crawdads dugout thought that was strike 3.
I think we all did there.
Krogan shakes off 1 call from Justice, agrees to this. The payoff once again, fouled back. High velo heater up in the zone. We'll do it again. Zamitis, the San Jose native, rising senior at University of the Pacific, a huge spot, trying to get his team back in the game. 2 aboard, 2 down in the bottom of the 9th. Tying run at the plate for Menlo. Swing and a miss! Krogan gets him on the slider low and away, and the Crawdads win. They beat Menlo 7-4 for the first time this season.
Wow. I mean, obviously it's been a frustrating road not being able to beat these guys, but the Crawdads finally do it, and what a way to do so.
Absolutely high octane stuff all day long. They start out early. They get 2 runs in the first. Menlo ties it up, takes the lead later in the 6th, and the Crawdads with a 5 spot in the top of the 7th. They take the lead that they would not relinquish, and Cam Krogan with a massive save in the bottom of the 9th to finish this one off. Casey, biggest takeaway today?
Pitching for the Crawdads really held firm down the stretch. Got to give credit to Krogan there, allowed a couple guys on. A really good start for Timothy, his first start as a Crawdad, and just a great win as well. Even Storyahan didn't do a horrible job despite giving up a couple runs.
Absolutely. So this one just under 3 hours, Casey, 2 hours and 58 minutes. Thank you everybody so much for tuning in here on the Crawdad Streaming Network with the CCL All-Star Break. For the next 3 days, we'll be back on Friday as the Walnut Creek Crawdads host the Sonoma Stompers in Monte Vista. That one at 4 p.m. Make sure you tune in on Friday. For Kasey Kazliner, Charlie Limoncelli signing off. We hope you folks have a wonderful evening. Enjoy the off couple of days, and we'll see you again on Friday night.